Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Okay. Hello, party people. I'm just getting my headset on, so hold tight. Oh, now, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. We are cooking with grease. Okay, now my sound is back to normal. Okay. Let me turn off the background music. All right, hello. How are you? I had to do some maintenance because my computer is a mess. She's a mess, and I just had to do some maintenance to get her to work. But hey, how the heck are you? Um, Today we are just going to be talking about the shows coming up this weekend. I promise y'all, I'm gonna give my predictions, and whoever else comes in can come in with me. Y'all can come in, chillax, just have something to drink, you know, rest yourself. Hello, Kayla. How are you? I hope you had a good day. I'm gonna change this font because it's ugly. But we also want to talk about Charlotte's letter. I can't talk about it too much because I didn't get the chance to read majority of her letter, but I did read the part about Tiffany Stratton, and I was right. I told y'all that that lady was hurt by that. And y'all automatically deemed Charlotte to be the problem. Everybody deemed Charlotte to be the problem. And I just don't like that. I just don't. Can you that box off the floor? I don't like it. Charlotte deserves better than the big box that has the stuff in it. Hold on, y'all. Thank you. Now I can see. So, my day was good. Thank you for asking. I knew that Charlotte was really, really hurt by that. The audience didn't help, but Tiffany leaned into that and she used that against her. And that was wrong. I still stand by that was wrong. I'm going to say that 1,000% that it was wrong. I'm all for you getting personal and cutting promos on people, but not to their detriment like that. I saw a lot of people bringing up Matt Riddle, and a lot of people was bringing up like a bunch of different wrestlers who have done it. And y'all are forgetting that Matt Riddle is the one who brought up Seth Rollins' wife first, so Seth retaliated. Um, Oftentimes when I see it amongst the males, it's a retaliation thing, or they're trying to get a rise out of their opponent. Tiffany only did it because she got burned out the first time that her and Charlotte went head to head, and she didn't like it. So she had to go back to how she did her research. Babe, there was no research to do. You basically waited until Charlotte went on the Sherry Shepherd show, told her story, and then you used that against her. It was dirty. It was low down, and I don't like it. The behavior is nasty. Then Charlotte also said that it's the four horsewomen, they aren't friends. And she said it's sad that they aren't friends anymore, but she said that it's just a part of life. People move on and they move into different things. And that's true. People grow, and as you grow, sometimes you're gonna lose friends along the way. Um, that's the unfortunate part. But at the same time, in your healing, when you grow, you should be able to shed people of the past. It's natural. If you come back and you actually you have gotten yourself together and you're not a broken person, you have healed, y'all could probably come together on common ground as friends again, but as getting to know the new people that you are. But I
You
think,
talking about the four horsewomen?
yeah, but I think in
Mm.
Becky's case, Becky's so caught up in Becky that I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, and to be honest, I don't really think it should. I think that Becky and everybody should go their separate
Don't
ways and
come
do
back
their
until
own thing.
y'all have retired. I mean, I get it, but like you said, it's the competitive nature of the business. You can still root for your friend, girl. I see you. Do your big one. It's not hard. You ain't gotta be buddy buddy with the bitch, but just know like the things that you did. There's other people that was involved in the process too, but the very matches that y'all had impacted a generation.
Hmm.
It's this whole slew of women, people that are your age, maybe older, that was like y'all four with an additional of I want to say at least four, 2 to 4 more people. Y'all have set this unprecedented tone to where we want to. I could do that shit too. She could do that too. She could do that too. So I get there was a friendship, there was a bond, there was a uniqueness to the group. The group ain't dead; it's just resting until somebody,
Hmm.
unfortunately, let's
When you got
not put that out there.
People like Sasha and people like Becky, that group ain't gonna never go back to that. It ain't even gonna be a new version of it.
It's not. It will never be the same how it used to be. People are different, but and it's for Becky. I get because like when you came in, you didn't have that hunger, that scratch, that call that you have now. And whereas I understand Mercedes too, but she needs a therapist. That's a whole other conversation. But today is
Baby.
Wednesday. Ah, she needs a therapist, and she needs one bad to get over this hurdle of being a loser. You're not a loser. Look at all that you're doing. One, you're black. You can't lose when you black, bitch. Doing.
My
Looking at a
headphones are
win loss
killing
record.
me.
However, there is a black woman inside of a hell of a cell. There was a black woman, 2 black women that main event at WrestleMania. Like this, you as a black woman have done so much, but you're so caught up on this. I lost in 2 weeks. I lost to Alexa Bliss. That's the problem. You are, and you've already said it so many times, you are a wrestler. You're not an entertainer. What you do is entertaining for sure. We like watching you wrestle. It's wrestling. But your first nature is not entertainer when it comes to the business. And that's on you. That's your fault. Because had you understood the assignment of entertaining, you wouldn't be so caught up on wins and losses. Yes, it's nice to win. Oh, not a
I'm gonna
thunder,
let you
right? Hold
cook for a
on.
minute because I gotta fix
Not
my
really before
head.
Beyonce get here, please. Well, she here now. Y'all need to relax. But it's just things like that. You're not seeing the big scope, and because your fans are small minded too, they're not seeing the big scope. They're understanding it now, but you keep winning shit and you ain't doing nothing with it. But mm, it's all about egos and attitude. But I feel like once you get over this certain point, you should be okay. But then again, I can't really speak. I can't put myself in somebody else's shoes, not having their experience, if that makes sense. Like, yeah,
It
yeah.
makes sense. I mean, the thing is with Becky is it's not like I don't dislike her. And I think we was talking about this on the podcast yesterday. It's up
Hmm.
if y'all want to listen to it, but it's not that I don't like her. It's just that I understand that she is showing a character. I'm fully aware of that. But because I have read her book,
It gives you a different insight on her actual thoughts as
yeah,
a person.
yeah, and I don't believe that a lot of this is character work. I really don't.
I
Um
mean, they say
I
it
do think
often. Like sometimes they say, "Yeah, you are a character on TV," but sometimes behind the scenes do bleed into real work.
yeah, I think that the things that she's saying in terms of, her being, one of the big females, of course.
Hmm.
Like give her her tens, whatever. But at the same time, Don is right. There are other people that helped you get there. And to be fair, if we're being honest, without Charlotte, you would not have been that girl.
You know, because your reign was lackluster until she came back.
Honestly, without the
Ah,
other
Sako.
horsewomen, hi, without the other horsewomen in general, I need to get my headphones since I'm watching AEW. Um, Low key, without the other horsewomen, she wouldn't be where she's at.
That's
No,
facts.
Right? It's not even
because
just
she almost
Charlotte.
wasn't in that triple threat.
It's Bailey, it's Sasha,
It's
because
Sasha.
or
Yeah.
Mercedes, because regardless of all the blues we give Mercedes, she can wrestle.
Hmm.
Yeah, she can.
At the end of the day, she can wrestle, and no tea, no shade. I think, and I've said this many of time, wrestling wise, she has
She's the weakest
always
of
been
the
the
four.
weakest out of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She will always be the weakest out of all of them.
it's just
Yeah.
her psychology makes up for that skill
Yes.
that everybody else has. She's smart in the ring.
Yeah, but she not her matches don't be that entertaining.
No.
No,
And
But
it's her
she does
counterpart that
have
bigs her
good ring
that digs
psychology.
her
I will
up.
give her that.
that's
Yeah, like
fair.
her
I
match with
won't take that
Natty,
from her.
the match was bomb, but it wasn't because Becky was wrestling, it's because Natty was wrestling it, and that's why the shit with Lacey, it didn't pop off too well. That's why you had to add men in that because what's
Child.
understood ain't got to be said.
Okay.
Yeah, because
What's understood ain't got to be said.
you had two non wrestling bitches. Someone had to wrestle.
Somebody. Corbin
One
had to
that
come in
wrestles
there
like
and
that on
save that
purpose,
shit.
and one that wrestled like that because they just hadn't acquired the skill yet.
Fair enough.
And we've been subjected to watch that shit.
Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
know
I've
bitch love his
always
blondes.
I wasn't loving it, and I'm blind as hell.
Mm-mm. I can't with you.
Cause no, cause like I'll say the sidebar real quick. After she had beat Lacey at Money in the Bank, I said, "Good, we got this. We got two out of this bitch. Let's move on, please."
No, we're not
And
gonna
she
do
said,
that.
"Oh, bitch, I got your number." I said, "What number do you have? Her cell phone number? Please delete it because you don't have her number, bitch. You just got here. You've been sitting here walking in front of our face for about 6 weeks, coming out, waving, turning
Oh
your ass
my
back
god,
around.
that used to piss me off. I forgot about
You
And
that.
just
didn't
leave.
say anything. Nothing was said. You just walked. You lucky that he has a thing for blondes
Yeah, because you wouldn't have
and
made it.
tits because you wouldn't have been in there. You didn't have the vernacular. You didn't have the skill. You talked on the mic. I would have made you a manager for somebody for sure.
Yeah.
But a title picture? How was you crazy?
What happened if they just would have,
If it was
trained a
Lana, I
bitch
wouldn't
or
even been
something?
mad. Because when it was Lana and Naomi and they ran it back twice, it wasn't a problem.
They did
Because
everything but train that lady.
Yep.
because Lana was actually like, ready to get to that shit. But it was like don't want to say you weren't trying, but you definitely weren't giving what it should have gave. And I'm not one of the ones that be lost to potential.
Mm.
I forgot about Lacey Evans for a second.
I
What is she
didn't.
doing? Is she on OnlyFans still?
Still
Probably
being
Doing
so.
what
weird.
she's doing?
Is it
Being
finna
fucking
rain?
weird?
What's going on?
Still being weird.
I swear, as long as like once they take a couple bumps, they start losing their fucking marbles.
They
It's
do.
that. Not to make fun of CTE, but it's that damn CTE.
It is, and it's
Y'all
Man,
like
lost. Y'all dumb. You dumb. That's why
I don't know.
I'm low key scared because I'm legit. Are you stupid? No, like, are you
Uh,
dumb?
that
That's
shit
the
gets
stupidest shit
rattled
you can
around,
say.
and then they start acting. I was just like,
And then they
Jesus
want to be into
Christ.
it with you, babe. I'm not into it with you. I just think less of you. Oh, I can't
ooh,
wait to put that in the interview. I just think less of
that's
that
even
person, and
worse.
I don't have a problem with them. I don't think about them enough to have a problem with them. They have an issue with me though, for sure. But I don't have issues with people.
Ooh.
I like my blood pressure at resting state.
Okay, I took my medicine this morning. I had to remember.
I forgot to
Oh,
take mine.
child. Hopefully, I signed up for this medical the right way so I can get some medicine.
Period.
Because I haven't had it. It's been like a year. Although my health is in good standing, it's just been a minute.
You want to get that taken care of?
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. Because I don't
This
want to be
oven
without
takes
it.
so
I don't
long to
want to
heat up.
conform to
This is
something else.
crazy.
Me not having an outfit is crazier.
Alpha, for what? Where are you going?
Oh,
He
girl,
going to
you've been gone for
everything
so
this
long.
weekend.
Yeah,
What?
He going to
I'm going
Beyonce.
to
He going to
Beyonce
Evolution.
You're
tomorrow
going to
and
be. I
Evolution on Sunday.
what?
Yeah,
His
When
ass is
did this
going to
happen?
Beyonce.
this happened last week. You've been busy.
hmm He posted in the group chat said he
Oh
going. I
my
said go
gosh!
ahead.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I'm mad. I'm happy mad because I'm glad that I get to go to both. But I wish they
That's
were
crazy.
separate events because I wanted to go to Beyonce and I wanted like decent seats. I wasn't trying to be front row to smell like hair, but I wanted decent seats. Now I'm in nosebleeds. Uh, but
Oh,
something had to
that
sacrifice. I said, Beyonce be back. She got Act 3 coming.
you
However,
ain't
I don't
lying.
know when or if Evolution is coming back.
True.
And I already missed Bad Blood, and I had planned to go to that, and I had planned to go to SummerSlam and to Ohio, and I didn't miss too many wrestling dates. I said I got to check out the bitches,
I'm so excited for you. That's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, it
and Taylor's
is.
gonna be there too, so I'll meet Taylor.
That's what I was about to say. I know Taylor was supposed to be there. Oh,
Yeah, he's
I don't
like
never get to
four
talk
rows
to
in front
Taylor.
of
He
me. He
always here.
has he has N. I got RR,
that's
so we're like
funny.
literally
Y'all
right
right there with
there.
each
He
other.
Yeah, you're not
yeah,
that. You guys don't sound like you're that far from each other. Is he going to Evolution
and
too?
yeah, I think we're gonna
What the
be
fuck?
same
You couldn't go
section,
find
just
you
in
a.
different rooms.
I decided I was gonna put AEW on, and Mercedes coming out there dressed.
Oh shit.
Oh, did you start it from the beginning?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They live on Max.
No, it's
Are they
on
live on Max?
Oh,
TBS.
I'll just wait
I
for
need
it.
to figure out. They really need to figure out where F1 is going to go because I need to figure out what I'm going to delete if they go to um Apple TV, which I'm going to be very upset about because I don't like Apple TV because I feel like
Yeah,
nothing's on there.
I don't like
it's
Apple
real
TV
hit or
either.
miss. It's real hit or miss. It's
But the
like you'll
TV
land on
shows be
something good,
great.
but like it, yeah. I got no what show. Jennifer Aniston shows is cool. It's another
Yeah,
show
they
called
are.
Shrinking. That's a good show.
There's that.
Mystic Quest is good.
There's this that one doc. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called like First on a Call Sheet or something like that. It's a documentary. And
Hmm.
it was like, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. I was so mad that it didn't come out during Black History Month, but it was, and it talks about all or first on a call sheet, and it's
Oh
basically like
yeah, I
all the
saw that.
like all the black actors in Hollywood, and then
Yeah,
being
the Black
first on a call sheet, and
A-listers.
I was like, oh, that looks. I said, oh my god, that sounds so
Mhm.
interesting. I want to watch that. But then I saw Apple TV, and I said, ooh, never mind, sister. I was going to. I feel like I will record it I don't remember any of our login stuff, so I'll probably have to have you help me tip. But I feel like this F1T was just so much, and I feel like I need to talk about it. And I keep saying that I'm gonna put more other content on our site, so this might be the first one I talk
Um,
about
what happened to the? Oh shit! Not I used them all already.
because this
That's
shit was
real
crazy. I've
aggravating.
literally been up since 6 a.m. because of that news.
Oh my
6 a.m.
God.
is crazy.
Well,
Right.
I usually get up sort of anyway. That's like my reflex time. I feel like everyone has like a time that they just randomly like wake up at
Pop up. Yeah.
regardless. So it's always that time. So I went on YouTube to go put on, what do I always fall asleep to lately? Do you know who Ryan Trahan is? Is this little white boy on YouTube?
Mm-mm.
He's really
No.
he's really
That's the
sweet. I
seem
really
like I
like
do.
his content. He makes like really like wholesome content. So him and his wife are doing this series, basically partner with Airbnb, where they go to like, and they're doing it in real time. Each day they go to a different state and stay at what they consider the coolest Airbnb in that state. And they're ranking them as they go. But also while they're doing this, they're raising money for St. Jude's. And like Airbnb, I think they put down like 500,000, and like also people for like, and plus you could donate, and then other people who've like all this stuff and donate. But anyways, they're almost at 4 million for St. Jude's.
Hmm. That's nice.
And it's just like good go to sleep content. So I went to like go on YouTube to go hit one of their videos, and I like accidentally scrolled and I saw and Christian Horner got sacked. So I was like, oh, hold on, I gotta investigate. This is crazy. Because like I said, this is the equivalent of Vince leaving WWE.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw that because I was like, you can't just drop from Red Bull like that.
No, well, he's literally Red Bull has been. I'm gonna give you guys everybody info, and then I'll let the program continue to normal content. Red Bull has been an F1 team for 20 years. Christian Horner
Hmm.
has been the only team principal, quote unquote, boss of that team since his inception.
Messy.
At this,
Okay.
and they're literally he was the so he's been only team principal, and he also, up until he got fired, he's been the longest serving team principal in F1 history.
Hmm.
And on top of that, because there's two drivers on the grid who are literally 18, like freshly 18, 19, they have not, this is the first day of their lives that they have lived that he has not been team principal of Red Bull. Like that's how crazy, like when you think about it, like
That's
it's fucking
wow.
insane.
Yeesh.
That's like the kids only knowing about Roman Reigns as champion.
Oh my god, don't get me started.
Okay.
You don't
There
even
is
know
some
what
weird
life
statistic
is.
about that too. I'm trying to think.
It's the whole COVID.
Yeah,
The first start of
there's like
Gen
a
Alpha.
weird
They don't
COVID.
know.
There's like some
They don't
weird
know
wrestling
anything.
COVID statistic with kids.
Yep.
But them
Look,
motherfuckers are strong. I'll tell you that.
They are.
What the fuck was in that vaccine? Steroid.
the vaccine barely did shit. I got COVID like 3 times.
I haven't
Same.
gotten it that many times since the vaccine.
I got it twice, and it was that last time I took my mama medicine on accident,
I got an early vaccine. Remember,
and
that's
I
when I was
thought I
working
had it.
at that nursing home. Well, I low
Yeah,
key
you
think
were.
I've had it 4 times
Jeez.
because
I think
because
I got it before they knew what it was.
that's what I'm saying.
I think so too.
I am
Yeah.
100% because we had like this real bad, like, I don't know what it was, but sickness going around the casino. And
Hmm.
I remember I got really sick, and a few other people got super sick. And one of the bartenders, she was a nurse, and then she also interned, and she was getting antibiotic, whatever medication out the fucking wazoo,
Jesus.
Right.
and nothing worked. And that was the same thing with me. And I knew something was weird because I think I was like walking up the stairs. Mind you, it's maybe I would walk up and down these sets of stairs all day, every day. And I
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
remember I walked up maybe like 5 or 6 steps, and I had to stop. I was so out of breath. And
Damn.
I was like, this is so weird. I was like, this has never happened to me. And then a couple months later, COVID was a thing.
Sam, I feel
Yep.
like that 2019 spring.
Yep. That was around the same
I
time.
had a final. I had a final I had to go to, and I stayed 2 hours away from my school. So on the way there, I'm like, I feel like shit. The sunlight is burning the fuck out of me. I'm hot. I'm cold, and it's not the flu. I said I've had the flu already. This ain't the motherfucking flu. It hurt to just look sideways. I said, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but this shit is outrageous.
Yeah, it. I think the strands that we're getting are the evolved versions, which is why the um, vaccine wouldn't work as well. Because I was down the first time, the second time I got it, me and AJ were down for almost a month, and it
Oh
Mm.
was
yeah, I
totally
remember that.
different. It was totally different from the first one, first time that I got it, and I haven't been sick like that since. I got a stomach virus, but I haven't gotten sick like that since.
That stomach virus about to get up out of here, girl.
Nigga.
You was like, I haven't ate in like 3 weeks. I said, you ain't
I
I
know,
was
and I was
ate.
like, what?
starving.
And bitch, you
I
still
haven't
going live
eaten.
and doing commentary? What?
I said, bitch. I said, bitch, you don't lay down.
I said, y'all wouldn't have got shit from me. I'm
Oh, I
not
was
feeling
in
it.
so much pain.
That was so. Oh my god, I was so mad at you. I was like, if you don't lay down for a little bit,
You looking at me. I was like, are we doing the podcast this week? Nicole said no.
I didn't even know she was
I was
sick
like, if
until she was like, I am on week 3 of this stomach virus. I said, week
I'm
3?
like,
Where the
if you
fuck have
don't
I
take your
been?
ass back in that bed, I swear. I think. Oh, remember, I was really sick like that too. What was it? That was like a few months ago. Cause you remember I told y'all I had to like leave work, like I almost started crying, like that's how sick I felt.
Yeah.
I had to leave my I couldn't even drive home. I had to leave my car and Uber home. That's how fucked up I felt.
Yes.
I hadn't felt like that. I was like a real that's when that real bad flu was going on. But when I got COVID that first time, I was so scared, like for when I like actually when I knew I had it, I was so terrified, but I also wasn't that scared because a few of my friends we all had it at the same time. It just sucked
I
because
just
I
want to
got it
know.
right before Christmas, so I couldn't like go home.
I just want to know why did it make people so stupid afterwards? Like
I don't
I've
know.
never
Because
felt
it's
so
messing with
damn
everything.
dumb. I
Now, when
felt
I tell
so
you
dumb. I couldn't
the
talk.
brain
I couldn't
fog
even go
you
to the
have
bathroom
after it,
correct. Correct.
that brain fog is nuts.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I went to the bathroom to use the restroom, washed my hands, and left. I said, "Who turned the water
Excuse
on?"
me.
I turned the water on. It was me,
That's crazy.
and it was
Oh,
just
my
like
memory is
horrible
so
ass
bad.
shit.
No,
Horrible
but you
shit.
get
Like I
like,
couldn't
it's just
remember
like the
nothing.
residual effects of it. The residual is nuts. And it take a minute for you to recover from that. That's why
It took like a month and a half for me. I don't even remember
I
when
was
I
like,
regained
no.
consciousness. I said, okay, I'm smart again.
That's why every time Jared get a tickle in his throat, I be like, hey, what the fuck wrong with you? You all right?
You
Nah,
need
go
some tea,
on. You gotta
nigga?
sleep on the couch. You gotta sleep on the couch. Like I'm not
Oh
getting
no, it's
sick.
raining already. I was trying to hurry up. Damn.
No, it was right. It was raining earlier. Y'all just not getting rain?
It's raining
Yes.
again. This is the third time today it's raining.
No shit.
It hadn't rained all day for us. It's literally been sunny up until an hour. That's when I popped out. I was like, oh, not it's thundering.
Not for us. It rained. Then it stopped. Then it rained again. I was like, ooh, child, God, we ain't gonna get no break
Damn.
today, huh?
I had to go in the garage and smoke because ain't no way.
So me and Diamond was talking about Charlotte. I did not read her story all the way through, but I plan on doing the video the same way I did Big E's. and I will read it and do my commentary on it, and I'll do that at a separate time because I just didn't. It just came out yesterday, and I didn't have a chance to read it. Um,
Hmm. So it was an
but
actual article.
oh yeah, it's a full on article that she wrote in
Okay.
the Players Tribune. Hmm.
Okay. Because I remember her like she touched on it on Nikki and Bree, but like I was in the middle of doing something, so like I didn't go back to listen to it. But I do believe like she had breezed past it real quick.
Yeah, so what she did was they did the same thing for her that they did for Biggie. They gave her a full page in what they call it. These motherfuckers got a limousine that say the founding fathers on it.
Founder fathers of what?
I hate the Young Bucks. I hate them so much.
Oh, child.
Anyways,
Father and fathers of
um,
them bogus ass shoes y'all thought y'all was watching.
yes. So, or them fake ass shoes they've been wearing as of
It's the
lately,
y'all, and it was the fact
Mm-mm.
that y'all was trying to fool us.
and them sneaker
Go
heads
to hell.
came right for their head.
It's
They was
silly,
like,
and then y'all put that shit there.
They was like, no, you're lying. It's fake.
Yo, that is not Chanel.
I was
Take it
like,
off.
ooh,
Take it off.
but that's you disrespectful, honey. Okay, so I watched NXT yesterday. Did y'all watch NXT? No.
Damn.
Yes, maybe.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
I did.
Wonderful. Then we all know exactly what happened. Now, just to give you some clarification, I watched the show and there were some matches that they didn't announce, which they usually do anyway.
It's gonna be raining
But
all
Nicole
weekend.
watched it while we was doing a podcast yesterday, but there was a I was able to watch it today and get the gist of everything that was going on. So I'm just gonna do round robin and we're gonna see um what's going on. All right. So in NXT yesterday there was a couple of matches, and of course we had some, confrontations. But Tavion Heights went up against Charlie Dipsy, and well, Charlie tried to kill him, and instead of letting Tavion go out on his own will, Ren Sinclair, she basically threw in the towel for Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean for Tavion. I apologize. She threw in the towel for Tavion, which that I was like, damn, you could have let him do what he doing. Like why would you? I ain't like that. I didn't like that at all. But that's what happened. Tavion lost. I'm assuming this was for him to be able to leave in QC. But my
Yeah.
thing is, why you gotta ask?
Why can't you
Why
just
are
do it?
why are you why are you asking to leave? Why are you fighting to leave? Just walk out. What he gonna do? You better ask him like Sheree, who gonna check me, boo? Because this wrestling shit is just what it is. Wrestling shit. I'ma get my ass up
Because
out of
I
here.
feel like I should lead the group too. You're not
Bye.
ready to stand on your own.
You ain't
Oh,
even a
I
champion.
wasn't
How the fuck?
asking you.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah. Move
asking you.
along.
I was letting you
Move
know like
on,
what
Dempsey.
I'm feeling. And it's given
I
like
ain't
next
leaving.
week, next Tuesday, I'm about to leave.
Right.
No 2 weeks, bitch.
Period. Now Ricky Saints had to go up against. I want y'all to understand that I don't like these motherfuckers. I don't like Vanity Project. They look like little kids in the ring to me, and that is
They do.
disturbing. And the one that got the title, the Evolve title with the weird haircut, I don't know who told you that haircut was good, but they lied to you, babes.
Oh, I mean,
They
they're
lied.
all their haircuts are atrocious.
I need
I
y'all to
don't.
stop trying to make things a thing
Fetch is
because you're
not a
not eating
thing.
the way you think it is. It's not eating the girls up. You're
And
pretty much
I'm
starving them and scaring them away.
and I understand that y'all they're young. So let me be clear. I know that they're young. I understand that, but they're I won't watch them. So I didn't watch Ricky's match.
Girl, when you was that age, they weren't even born yet.
Right,
I
right.
That's
watched the I wa-
easy to put it.
they're decent. They're
Either that or they
wrestling.
was just coming out the room, coming out the
Their
womb.
wrestling is never in question. I want that to be clear too.
Yeah,
I know
they
that
are
they can
bomb.
wrestle. I've seen them wrestle. I've seen their moveset. I understand that. But my brain is telling me that I'm looking at a child and I am uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because when I see Javon Evans, I don't look at him like that. I look at him like that's my nephew wrestling, if that makes sense. So I don't it doesn't correlate that way for me. I'm like,
You know
okay, let's see
why?
what Javon gonna do.
It's because he black, baby. That's why.
But these white boys look too young for me, and I feel like I'm in danger watching them. I don't want to
It's
watch
okay
them.
because they're gonna look too young, and then watch next year they're gonna look 56.
Ew, ew.
That's just how fast the quiet ages.
Not the white.
But no, they
So
are. No,
Miles,
I was really impressed yesterday with what they did because I don't watch Evolve. You know,
yeah,
I
I don't
try
watch it
to,
either.
but it just be hard to catch on a Wednesday after all this shit.
You ain't lying.
But they are, from what I saw yesterday, bomb. Y'all work the shit out of Ricky. Don't touch my man like that again. I will beat the fuck out of y'all. Thank you. Because y'all really lost y'all rabbit ass mind.
It's not that they're not good wrestlers. I think they're excellent wrestlers. I hate their characters, which means they're doing a good job. So kudos to you, bitch. But I don't like them. I
Put
don't
that in
like
my
them at
notes.
all. I
I
can't
normally don't
stand
hate
him.
people, but I hate you.
I hate
So I
you.
guess you're doing your job right. Kudos to
You
you,
doing your
bitch.
job. Kudos, bitch.
It's your
You doing
stinking
a great
ass.
job. I don't like them. So they're doing their job. And they're smug and arrogant. I can take Ethan because he's nice to look at. I don't know why, but I find Ethan Page to be very attractive, but I hate his
He is.
attitude. But he
He
is
got a
such a
shitty
handsome man.
attitude.
He's so
It's like one of
handsome.
them boys you want to be with, but just don't even talk. Just
Don't
sit there.
talk. Look,
Don't. No, I got it. He said his food is cold. Would you like
right.
another plate?
Let me let me get you
No, you ain't gotta
together.
say nothing because you gonna get us kicked out,
You're gonna
or
fuck
we
it
gonna be
up.
back
You're
in there
gonna fuck up
washing
the vibe.
dishes. Shut up. Be
Yeah, be
quiet.
quiet. Be quiet. But I like I say he's a nice looking man, so
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not I don't mind him. But you linking up with a bunch of dudes who they don't have the look or the swag to talk the way that they talk.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
bitch,
it's like
is you cool?
he was at part of that cousin group, but he's a little older one. So now the younger was a little bit older with him, but he is still up there. It's given like you are 25 and they're just 18.
And y'all went to Christian Bible school together and y'all been friends ever since.
But the times are not adding up. You are grown, they are growing.
You was they fucking counselor and they was the little kids.
They was the kids.
This is gross. I just don't like him. So they had this gauntlet match, and Ricky had to put in some work to go up against these youngins, but he was able to defeat them. Rochambeau, and it is Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page at the Great American Bash in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Okay, Ava. Cool. um, this tag team match against High Rise happened. Mike Santana was able to pick up the win, and then they attacked um, Santana and Joe Hendry, and Trick Williams attacked Joe Hendry during the match. I don't know what the ref was doing. I mean, he took him out by the steps in plain sight. The ref did have his back to him. I'll give him that. But just the fact that you heard the man's shoulder hit the steps should have ended the match right there. But,
You
whatever.
can't believe what you ain't see. I'm
Whatever.
talking to you, bro.
Um, they all went in the ring and jumped Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. And of course, Trick Williams stood tall, but I'm pretty sure that at the Great American Bash, Trick Williams is going to get put through a table or something. Because he
Is
got
it
to
a
work
tag
in.
match at Great American Bash? I was not paying attention.
No, man, they just going to do the contract signing at Great
Oh,
American Bash for
that's
them.
stupid. Low key.
Yeah, I feel like they could have did the contract signing yesterday
Yes,
and had that tag match at Great American Bash.
correct.
But don't ask me. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it was a fine match, and I like the fact that we got to see Tyson and Tyreek. I like them. They two big meaty black men. Wesley ain't really doing nothing for them, but they trying. They done gave them a name and shit. I guess I don't. I don't know. There was a tag team match between Hank and Tank and two of the members of the Culling, the founding member. What's his face? What's his name?
I still don't know who that other man is to this day.
Come on,
What?
Sean.
That's his name. Damn, I couldn't think of his name for nothing.
Or
John Spears
as
is the
we
founding man,
know
and
him.
then the
What's his
other
name?
guy's name. What is it? Nico or
Perfect
some shit?
10.
What is
Ty
his name?
Dillinger.
No, not yeah. That's what it used to be. But
I don't know him, and I don't care to know him. He has not possessed me. He has not wowed me. He
now
hasn't
he
done
has
anything
put
to
not
sit there.
pizzazz you.
He ain't did nothing like, yeah, the family. Back your ass up, hot breath ass nigga. You should have been the
I
one
can't.
hit it with the chair. Like she up here talking about, Briggs ain't did this, he ain't did that. What is he doing?
Where
He ain't
is
even
he
saying
at?
nothing. He ain't saying nothing.
They put him out of the Culling.
I
They
know,
kicked
but
him out.
he hasn't like returned to TV. Nothing.
No, he hasn't popped up,
He
and
did
I'm
it. Didn't he have
surprised.
a match? He had a match.
No, he.
No,
They
I thought he
barely
had
showed his
one.
ass when they kicked him out the
when
fucking
they
group.
yeah, all they did was show that he got kicked out, and
He,
that was it. He hasn't been on TV since.
I wonder if it was like an injury or something, but he went on the
It could
injury
have
list. I don't
been.
know,
It can't.
It could have
but I
been.
feel
It
like
has
that
to
could have
be.
been it. Had to write him off.
But they could have announced it.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm
they made it
saying.
look like they kicked him out of the group. Like he got to be
It
at some point. They
had
undo
to be
him.
something serious to like what same was like Corey's situation. To whereas it was something that had to be done, and they just like, okay, hey, you about to get axed off, and we're gonna send you on your way.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me
So
switch
It's
to my
still
iPad.
weird.
yeah, his name is Nico Vance. That's his name. So all right.
I'm gonna still call him that other nigga because that's all he is the other nigga.
The other nigga is
Because
crazy.
he looks like a Sean Spears variant, and there's about four other dudes in NXT that look all like that.
Well, she not lying, y'all. That's
They
true.
all look like that.
That is so true. But so Nico and Sean had a match with tag team champs, and this was for the title. This was not just a one-off match. Tatum and Izzy were out there, and Zaria and Soul decided that this was the time to go and take folks out. You know, um, And that's what they did. They went out there while Izzy was out there with her crew. It looked like Hank and Tank had got the drop on the Culling at that point, and she kind of was surprised. Looked like she was finna get involved, but that's when Soul attacked Izzy, and they just started going at it. They fighting. So Zaria didn't even fight Tatum. She just went out there and picked the girl up and carried her to the back, kicking and screaming. So I said,
Which
okay,
I
girl.
don't get because outside looking in, that looks so weird. Why are you doing that? Yeah, you care
Mm-mm,
about how you say this. First of all, you say this your friend. We ain't never seen y'all interact from a can of paint. So please be for
mm,
real. But
mm-mm.
how you saying this your friend, but you just dragging her away? Sometimes you're gonna let your friends make mistakes. Let her make that mistake. She gonna find out one way or another.
But that's what Zaria was trying to tell Soul. But Soul is the one who's gun ho about helping Tatum to see that Izzy's just using her and she's not her friend. Um, but they
Sorry, too
started
mad. Now
brawling
you
and
trying to take
fighting
other
all the
hoes
way.
too? The fuck is going on here?
I don't know.
Let her
You
ass
know,
die.
Soul got a heart. You know that. Then you know that lady got a heart, and she
I
she
can't wait till
she
the
got to help.
festering burns and boil.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Cut
So
it out.
Soul and Izzy were fighting, and that match for them to have a tag. They're gonna have a North American Championship match at Great American Bash, and they were scrapping because obviously Izzy has been antagonizing Soul for a little while. With
Great
all that
American
being
Bash is
said,
this
Obu,
weekend too, right?
yeah, yeah, it's at 3 p.m. right before Saturday Night Main Event starts, and it starts at the same time as All in Texas. All in Texas also starts at 3.
That's another thing. I
I'm so sick of this kind of
had
program. This is too much.
had it
I
been
know.
how we had two separate events, I probably would have went that whole weekend. I probably would have did spent my weekend in Atlanta, honestly, because
Yeah,
it was 250 for 2 days, and that's 3 tickets. You can't beat that.
that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
And the seats were like
Well,
decent.
yeah. I
It was
mean,
like
you got
corner
a pretty good
seats.
deal.
Yeah, I did. I'm not
So,
mad. Like I'm not mad because my seat is still good, baby. I'm about to be. Hopefully, I get caught by the hard cam.
yes, get into it. You ain't got your outfit yet?
I just finished bleaching some pants. They're in the wash now. I'm
Okay.
just gonna do because I got so many clothes. I'm gonna do a button up.
You got a
Let
hat?
me see. I got a
Oh shit.
cap.
You ain't got no
I
cowboy hat?
no,
Girl,
because
you
one
Sir.
could
of my
just have a
texts
damn
was
cowboy
short,
hat.
so I ain't had to. I ain't
He
had
been
no time.
planning
I mean,
this
I
to
could
all
probably
this
grab
time.
one.
He should have one.
Child, I ain't got one.
Oh,
Damn. Why she pick her like that?
I ain't
oh
got one.
Lord.
But I got this
What? Oh,
black
Tay
and
got
white
this.
button
I didn't
up.
recognize her.
Yeah, that's
It's
her. That's
cute. It
okay.
got like different regions on there. I'm gonna wear that. And I'm trying to see if I'm gonna put this puffy paint on these pants to decorate a little bit. I don't really want it to look a little janky, like I just did it last night, even though I did.
If he ain't got no cowboy hat, he ain't got no cowboy boots.
I definitely got
Okay.
no
Right.
boots.
I
But I
don't want
was
you to
looking
put no
at
boots on no way. I
Your
think
feet,
why
cowboy
yeah,
boots are
don't break, yeah,
overrated.
do not break out. Don't break
Yo,
in cowboy
I know
boots.
I've wanted
at
boots
no concert.
way before boots on the ground. I've been wanting boots. Like I was 18 wanting like cowboy boots. So it's on my to do list.
'Cause
I just ain't got it yet.
I
It
was,
is
how old
not.
was
It is
I?
not fun to put no cowboy boots on for that. Your
No.
feet are gonna be
No,
paint to death.
yeah, I wasn't worried about that. I might put on. I got Tim's. I might put on my heel figures because it has a sole in it, and I like that.
Okay.
Or I might just wear my slide shit. I'm in the nosebleeds. I don't really give a fuck.
I
Period.
was, I think like 22, 23 tops
Mm-hmm.
when I went to one of my friends at the time. Her bachelorette party was us going to Country
All
Fest.
right, Big Texas, calm down.
Right.
And no, this was like in Akron, Ohio. Like,
Now he was talking about
I'm talking
Hiram
about
because Hiram
Hiram.
was
oh,
saying
So hold on,
cowboy
cowboy boots
boots
was
are the
good.
good looking, and I
We
was
know
like,
Big
well,
Texas.
nobody was disrespecting the boots. What she's saying is, don't
yeah,
buy a brand new pair of boots and
yes.
then wear them because you got
Yeah,
to break
especially
them
if they're
things
not like
in.
Yeah,
yeah, if
like
they're
that's
not worn
you have
down,
to
then yeah,
break
it's
in
gonna hurt
cowboy
real
boots.
bad.
I
You
love
can't.
cowboy. I love cowboy boots. I'm gonna get a real pair. I don't. every time I go to Nashville, I never have time to do it. And next time I go, I'm gonna make time
Wait a
to do
minute,
it.
where's my hat?
There's this place on Broadway, and then they fit you, and you make custom cowboy boots. Anyways, to go back to the actual
That's
story,
cute.
we she had
Yeah.
country what she had a country thing, and then her requirement was everyone has to wear all the girls had to wear cowboy boots. That was the only requirement. She didn't care what you wore, except for you have to have cowboy boots because she wanted to take a picture with us in our cowboy boots.
Okay.
Mm,
When I tell you, my feet were fucking bleeding,
I'm telling you,
bleeding when I got home because again, it's a festival, standing up the
just
whole
standing
damn
up.
time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. What is
Oh
on my
my
jacket at?
gosh.
Shit.
All right. So, Obafemi was talking to Inamora, and Inamora was telling Obafemi that he ain't about no down and dirty shit. He come from a place where when you facing somebody that you respect, you give them honor and respect. Obafemi respected it. He said, "All right, cool." You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be me and you, but I promise you in that match ain't gonna be no honor, ain't gonna be no respect. I'm gonna beat your ass.
I get down and
That's what
dirty,
Briggs.
disrespectful, bitch.
Briggs steps in front of Inamura, pushed him to the side, like, "Yo, Inamura is respectful and honorable, but I ain't. I'm with the
Yeah, that
shit."
was crazy. I was like, who was
He was
talking to
like, "I'm
me?
gonna do everything in my power to make sure he gets his, because it's what we deserve. It's ours." I was like, "Who is we?
I said, who's
Well, we
we,
know what
nigga?
that means. He finna beat his
Who is
ass.
we?" I was
He
like,
finna beat the
no,
fuck out of
Like
him
no.
I
come
know y'all a
Saturday.
tag team, but ooh, Jesus.
Yeah, like you might want to for a bit." But I
You
realized
better
he
lay
was
low.
doing all of that to provoke Inamura. So what he did was he got in Oba's face, got him riled up, and Oba told him, "Hey, get your man's Inamura, get your man's before I knock his ass out."
No, for
And
real.
Inamura's like, "Hey, relax, y'all chill out." And Josh Briggs pushed Oba. Oba pushed him back. They started scrapping. Now, the people got in the ring to separate everybody. Inamura got his hands up and he's like, "Listen, I'm not trying to fight you. I'm trying to give you your respect as the champ. I don't want no smoke right now." And but like, "You need to get your man's then. Your man's is the one with the smoke." Inamura said, "Don't be talking about my man like that. Don't do that."
I
And
got you,
Oba like, "What
man.
you trying to do?" So Inamura picked that nigga up and slammed him on the mat. I said, "Oh,
I will
okay."
say,
I
you know,
said not
I
Josh
feel like
being the
Anamar is
bottom.
not gonna win. Okay, this is my man's title.
I
He ain't
said
gonna do all that, but
period.
I will.
Woo!
I'ma step
But when
That's
you
behind him.
wide,
that
when
shit is
they wide
bad.
out the shot, when they wide out the shot from the camera, you saw Josh on
I
the
Hmm.
know he be
floor,
having Josh feeling dainty.
not dainty,
He too busy, motherfucking dainty now. Hold
I
up.
don't know
nigga.
if he could pick up Oba and slam him like that, he can hold him up for a little bit.
Oh, Josh be like, "My
But
man, my man, my man."
him and Oda,
That's why
Oda,
he's so
not
bright.
Oda. Him and Oba definitely had like a good match. I will say that.
Yeah, but he was on the ground and he just cheesing and clapping, and I was like, "Mm, you a dirty motherfucker." That was dirty.
No, what was getting me? First of all, even though he said some big shit, he was kind of messing up. He wasn't like giving Oba. Well, Oba wasn't reacting, but he was still carrying on as if he was. But Oba was just sitting
Mhm.
there looking at him like, "Are you almost fucking finished?" Because I wasn't even talking.
Are you
And he was
done,
like, "Look at me
bubba?
when I'm talking to you." I said, "He's looking right at you."
Right.
Do we
But
need
I
glasses?
mean, he could have been looking through him. You know how you look at somebody, but you're really not looking at them because you don't give a
Yeah,
fuck about
because I
what they
do it all
talking
the
about.
time.
Hmm.
Exactly my point.
But even with
I
that,
mean,
you ain't even gotta look at me, bitch, because I'm still gonna talk my talk. We about to get
that
your
is.
ass, and we finna get in. What the fuck?
You don't have to look at me to get your ass whooped.
He respects you. I ain't got nothing for you. I
And
ain't
that's
got nothing
exactly what
fighting.
Brig said. Now Blake and Jordan Grace went and had a spa day. And
Cute,
Blake
super
called
cute.
Jordan her muscle muffin.
I love her so much.
It was she called her like five different names. It was so
And that's what Nicole
funny.
said she was gonna do.
She said, "Don't worry, JG, I got you." I said, "Not JG." So I
Ooh,
said,
I love
"Yeah,
Tekla's
that's a
gear.
snake in
Oh, this
disguise, girl.
eats.
If you watch her
Oh,
work,
Thecla got
I'm
some new
sure you've been
gear.
watching her."
Oh, she looks so hot. Oh my
Who?
god.
Thecla.
Tekla, oh, she's so hot.
Period.
I like saying her name. Her name is Fire.
It's so everything about her. Like that bitch can wrestle. She looks good. Her gear be right.
No, do y'all know
That
who I'm
bitch
obsessed
just,
with
I
now?
love her. That's my baby.
I
Ooh.
want Megan Bain, and I want her like yesteryear.
Megan gotta clean up and she gotta get better in the ring.
Yeah, she got
She's
better in the
not
ring.
bad. She's not
I
bad. And
hadn't
she
like
has a
fully
look.
watched her through. I like what she brings to the table so far.
She's not bad at all. I think she
You
would be
know, I
No,
understand
amazing if
that
she
bad
get
bitch,
if
but
tighten
she
up.
is,
yeah.
yeah.
And she just got to go
When she
somewhere. I
tighten
don't
up,
know
she
what
gonna
Daniel
be.
Bryan is doing, but I need him or somebody to work with her for like El Samoa Joe.
Hell, she better go to Tyler Breeze and Fandango,
You know what? That ain't a bad idea.
or Xavier Woods High School.
No, Xavier's
Who
in
else?
mourning right now. He can't help nobody.
Don't
He in
piss
there
me off,
crying.
Tiffany, please, because I know you saw my TikTok. Don't piss me off.
That nigga came in there dressed like he was going to a side piece's funeral.
I
And I
said,
said,
y'all don't get
sir,
this shit off my TV.
I'm
Get
what?
it
so
off my
sick of that
TV
damn
now.
job calling me.
Go to hell. Ooh, shit.
Who is this?
Um,
Oh,
who
it's
do we have? The
Moxley.
last
It's a
thing,
lot of places you can touch base with.
the last thing we had was it was Ava. Ava went out there to basically announce who was
You don't
gonna
look a
be.
mess. I need him to cut this damn hair. He look crazy.
Yeah, Ava was out there tooting her own horn. I said, "Okay, Ava, you got it,
Right,
girl.
and I was like,
You've been doing your
Nicole
big
was
for the
yelling
past
like, "Please tell
couple
us who in the
years."
damn." She was like, "Please tell us who in the
Yeah,
damn battle
because she was
royal."
talking. It was like 54, 55, 56,
Right,
57. I
right,
said, "You gonna
stalling,
tell me who in the goddamn match?"
stalling, just stalling. Yeah, I was
Just
like, okay.
stalling.
I'm like,
I was
okay,
like, bitch, if you don't
SpongeBob.
wrap this shit up,
But then again, I don't.
But she didn't have
What
to
I
because JC came out there and annoyed us. Then Jordan, then Stephanie, and then everybody.
oh my god,
The
that's
only
such
person,
a good poster. Oh my goodness.
the only
Someone
one I didn't want to come out there was Jada. I would have been okay with her being in the
Yeah,
back.
I was fine with it. She was like,
she need to go in the
I
back
said,
for a little
"Oh,
bit.
not you."
Speaking of me talking about Yuda's haircut, someone
Hmm.
this is so good. I hope this is probably gonna be online later. Someone who is in a front row has a poster said which one is Yuta, and one of the pictures is Yuta, and two of them are like two dogs, two different types of dogs with like the hair all over their fucking faces.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, that's such a good sign.
That's
That's one
terrible,
thing I'll
Nicole.
give. That's one thing I'll give folks at AEW. They have real that audience has the best signs. They really do. They have the best signs. I
I'm
don't
going to
know.
the
I don't think it
garage.
was
You
last
got me
week or the
fucked
week
up.
before.
Is it raining?
Yeah. It was
Someone
chilling for a
had
second. Now it's
someone
pouring. Hold
in the
on.
front row
Don't get my block
had a
wet.
Fletch light section for Kyle Fletcher, and it said,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's good. I say y'all's creative over here. I'll give y'all that. We see the
So,
same damn
all of
signs
the,
in WWE crowds.
yeah,
I
so
want
they getting more
money.
creative.
They need to step it
They
up because AEW crowds is eating them up with signs.
with signs, yeah. But Ava wasn't able to announce anything because all of the girls came out there and they all started fighting. Julia was there, Candice LeRae was there. Everybody that is not in a match in Evolution, that's a part of the rosters. All three were all there and they all were fighting. Okay. It was interesting to watch because now you see that a lot of the women on that roster are going to be in this battle royal. And it's going to be interesting to see who gets the opportunity going into Clash of the Castle. Now, there was one more match that was had on this show, and it was Kaylani Jordan versus Lainey. Lainey had a match with Kaylani, and for the most part, she was beating the shit out of Kaylani. Kaylani barely got the win over Lainey. She was taking her to her limit. But Kaylani
Rainy,
was
Gainy. I love her.
but Kaylani was able to get the W. And while Lainey was getting ready to leave, Thea came out there and was whooping her ass because last week Lainey cheated, put her feet up on the ropes and got the pin. And Thea didn't like that. So that girl was headbutting the shit out that lady and beat her ass all the way to the back. Everybody was getting attacked and beat up.
Well,
So
Thea low key is a vet compared to Lainey, so she should have known better. And I just shows her poor planning. Lainey was
not
just
that you
doing what
ain't
she
even have to
had.
do that.
Lainey just had to do what she had to do.
You
In
just
my
said that because it's
in my
late.
opinion, that's my girl. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna do when I told y'all if I ever got in a ring, I would do the barest of bare minimums. I would
Lord
be talking
Jesus.
shit, and then I go in the back, and then I would take the title somewhere because, of course, I would have a title, and I would go home, and they'd be like, where's I don't want my ring name to be Nicole. It'd be Nick. They'd be like, "Oh my God, where's Nick at? I'm on a yacht in Monaco. Where else would I be?" And they'd be like,
Oh
"We got a
God.
paper," and they're like, "We got a pay per view in 2 days." I'd be like, "Okay,
Alexis and I said we was gonna be her handlers. And I was like, she's not working this week. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to
yeah."
find someone else
And
to do
they'd
the
be like,
job.
"What's the pay per view? Bad Blood?" I said, "Oh no, 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 no. I'm not
No, no,
going to
no,
that."
no.
I said, "You gotta call me when you got a bigger pay per view." They're like Saturday night. I said, "Hang up the phone.
Hell
Don't ever
no.
call me. Don't ever call me about
For
come
any
showing up to
Saturday,
Saturday night."
nothing.
She got me fucked up. And they'll
Saturday
say
night main event my
SummerSlam.
ass.
SummerSlam. I was like, okay, I'll show up to work.
I'll be there.
I'm gonna
Be
show
there
up
right
late,
at
My
the
but I'll be
bad.
last
there.
I
minute
forgot I was on mute.
to sign the contract on some Roman Reigns shit.
I will
And
show
then
up,
just
and I kid you not, I will show up 20 minutes before Raw is over. And I'm looking
This
at
just
Hunter, and he
in. The
looking at
champion
me,
is here.
like, what the fuck are
and
we
I'm
How's
gonna
your
getting
do
cussed
with
out
feeling?
by
this?
Hunter as I'm walking out to the
I'm like, hey, I was
ring.
scheduled to be here and I'm here. So you really can't be mad.
I said, you ain't gonna do
I have
nothing because
fulfilled my
I be selling
obligations.
T-shirts and I'm
Hey, but the
making you
show
money. So
started at
shut
8.
the fuck up, Hunter.
Right.
The
Worry
show
about that
started at 8.
pacemaker.
It is
Nicole!
9:40.
Say
My call time
something.
is 9:45. I have a
If
pacemaker.
did you
Oh, that
hear
was
I still
close.
haven't finished this. I'm like I've half listened to like 6 podcasts today. It's not good. Um Alexa Bliss's one went on the Bellas, and
Hmm.
she was talking about how she literally got told that she was going to be in a rumble like the day before, and she was talking about
What?
like it was like late at night, and she said that she
Yeah.
because apparently where her gear is at in the house is her daughter's room. So
Hmm.
she said that she's trying to be quiet not to wake up the fucking baby, trying to search
Trying
through her
on gear.
closet to see what still fits her. And then she's like, and then she like her I think she said that her mom traveled with her, so her mom said that she was gonna go. And she's like waking up her husband, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to go with me to the
She
rumble?" And
said, I'm in Royal
he's
Rumble.
like, yeah, he's like
She
half
said,
asleep. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
He's like, what?
And then
I'm
he's like,
sleeping.
and she says again, and she's like, you know what? Just go back to sleep. she was
She's so funny. Like,
she was so
not
unserious.
without
I
trying.
was
She
like,
said, you
you
know
are
what? Just
so
go back to sleep. Don't
unserious.
even worry about it. She said,
No,
I'll be in
that's
it.
what she
They'll
said.
That's
catch
She's
you
like,
on
you know what?
time.
crazy.
Whatever. And she said she packed her shit and then she left. I was like, what?
No, that's
It's like,
tough.
who
Them
Period.
ladies
fucking
are
does?
lawyers.
I was like, you know what? Period, Alexa. She was like,
I would have
honestly,
did it too.
and she's like, I barely had time. She's like, I knew I was gonna have time to get gear made. She's like, I was luckily able to get a hold of somebody to do my makeup. She said she hadn't slept in like before, like when she hit the Rumble, she hadn't
Since
slept
the
in like
night
24
before.
hours.
So basically, since that Thursday,
Jesus.
she ain't slept. She ain't
Yeah,
slept.
she said
Now
she was
WWE could have
like,
did better than that.
she said she was like
Yeah, they
half
told her
asleep.
so. That Rumble was that Saturday. They told her that Friday, 12 in the morning, and they
Yep.
confirmed it by 4 in the morning. They said she had to be there by 10.
Yeah, she had to be on a plane by 10 a.m.
Now, why would you do that?
That lady got a whole fucking baby. Like, why would you do that to her?
Yeah, that's
That's
inconsiderate.
so
But I,
not okay.
And I when
That's not okay.
and the one thing I think I stopped a little bit after this because I kind of teared up a little bit.
hmm
So on her gear, or I don't know if it's that gear specifically, but on her gear, she has a piece of one of her gears, or I think she says a skirt, she has a piece of Bray's
yeah,
gear
attached to
stitched
his
into it.
She
yeah,
does. You saw it at Rumble. It was at
Yeah.
Rumble.
But
It was there.
because
also, she said the guy who I feel bad that I never remember his name, but the guy who obviously would do like all of Bray's stuff made
hmm
like that, like the Wyatt people bracelets with his gear.
Yeah,
yeah, I thought
And
she's
she
so
like
strong because I've
brought
been
and she like
crying.
showed it on the podcast, and she was like, oh,
that's very sweet.
she was like, this is like one of like my most prized, if not one of my prized possessions. She's like, that's one of those things. She's like, if my house is on fire, that's one of the things I'm gonna grab,
Oh,
the type of
I
thing.
remember when she first started working with Bray. She was very, very thankful to him
Yeah.
because she was like,
hmm
I never thought I'd be able to get out of that character that I had, and he taught me so much about being
Yeah,
able to just think outside the box and be different and allow myself to be different. That was when she really started to change because
yeah,
that's when I started paying attention because I was like, there is something different about her. But after she left and had her baby and like, really just was able to live for a while, life changes you. You become a different
hmm
person.
yeah. She
But
was
I will
like,
say this, she was right about Sasha.
I like teared up so bad.
yeah. At
She
first,
was right.
at first, I was like, I was against because I was biased. I will admit, but I was like 19, so who's not biased at 19? But the
She
more
was
I
right.
start to listen, I'm like, you felt like she had no place,
Yes.
and this is a place for everybody can grow.
And she didn't like the fact that she was getting this stuff. She didn't like
And
that.
she also had an issue with Bailey. Bailey is better than me because I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I didn't have a ride, bitch. I'll find a way back. I'm not fucking with you. I wouldn't be cool with you because why you thinking less than me? You don't even know me.
Mm,
Just based off of what because you don't have friends. Let's start
mm-mm,
there. You
And we
don't
talk
have
about
friends.
Becky.
Is no Sasha Mercedes. You don't have
What is wrong with
friends.
this lady again?
Her ego.
Oh,
And you used
he
to
said
things is your
at one
mom, your
point she had an
brother, and
issue.
you
At one point she had an issue with
with
Bailey too,
Alexa
even though
Bliss.
that was her friend.
yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She always has issues with people.
And everything is based off what you know, what you don't know much.
Yeah.
Everything's based
Her
off what
and
you know, and you feel as if I don't know what you know, then I don't deserve to be next to you. How dare you?
Mm-mm.
Why don't you think too highly of yourself? Calm down.
Oh.
she's always
Crack
Ooh.
been
open the book.
she's always been
Can you
very
tell me about the
gatekeepy.
telltale heart? How about that?
No, yes, she has. Hi, Kenny. She said, "Oh, are we talking about the girls who ain't friends anymore?" Yes, yes.
She's always been gatekeeping, and I think that's why Alexa bothered her so much
Hmm.
And
because
I was just talking about that earlier.
I really
Yeah,
do
he
think
was.
that's why she was so bothered that much. Because now that we know, like we know Alexa can wrestle,
Yes, she can.
we
Hmm.
know that now, and I think they also knew that at that time, even though we weren't saying it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that fucked her up because she's like, "Who's this uh,
Who is this girl?
cheerleader bitch from
Sheer
Ohio?"
gymnastic, Columbus,
Hmm.
Ohio, white as hell,
Yes,
small as hell. Talking about she want
She
to
was small as
wrestle.
hell too. The fuck?
which is so funny in hindsight, like because that's when I lived in Columbus. I when I lived in Columbus is when they used to do those shows during those NXT shows during the Arnold Classic.
Mm.
Oh.
So I remember I would like, and I kind of this is when I kind of fell out of wrestling a little bit. Like I would pay attention to indies, but I never really paid attention to anything like mainstream or anything like that.
Right.
And I remember I'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" I said, "What is WWE doing?" But okay,
It
well,
wasn't WWE. It
Osprey,
was
this
Hunter.
is I like this little coat thing. It's cute. I don't even like that
Hunter
man
was
that
putting that
much.
work in.
Shit.
I want to see
Um.
some shit. That game show is cute, but I don't want the game show. Can I have a channel?
She said, "I don't get why
Can
she
I
was
have a
pressed over the
filter?
next bitch who was trying to make it to the top like her."
Because she's insecure.
Because
Insecure people do shit like that. At the
exactly,
end of the
that is
day,
the
that's
cleanest
all it
way to
is.
explain it. Her and Becky, they're both in the same boat,
Hmm.
They're very insecure.
which is strange, but it doesn't surprise me. Most people who are at the top like that are paranoid that somebody's going to replace them, even though they replaced somebody else.
Yep.
So it's inevitable that it's going to happen to you. And instead of embracing it and being the person to help usher in that next set, like Bailey does, and the way Charlotte does, she does it in her own way.
Yeah, y'all
Because
got my girl fucked up.
I'm
if she
arguing
hadn't
with.
passed that proverbial baton to Rhea, it was her work with Rhea. Like, and a lot of people will not give that woman credit
Nope.
for anything.
For
But
putting Rhea over.
Rhea got put over by Charlotte multiple times. They had battles, and she
I'm
wasn't burying Rhea Ripley. That was not. It wasn't no burial.
I've
It
been
was
arguing. I've been arguing with someone on Twitter, off on not on Twitter, on TikTok, often all day. I really need the word buried to get fucking banned from wrestling fans
I don't understand
because
why they keep saying
Yeah.
it.
it's so
Y'all
overused,
think because
and
somebody
it's not even,
leaves, they get
especially in
buried.
this day and age, it's not fucking used correctly. Buried, if you want to talk about buried is Matt Cardona
Yeah,
when he was starting to get over on the internet. That's fucking buried.
that's
And
facts.
people,
Or when he
and
won
I've
that
like
damn
Yeah,
arguing with
title and
something,
didn't
and
even
they're
hold
like,
it for
"Well,
a day.
Charlotte buried Tiffany." I'm like, "No, the fuck she did it. Tiffany did." I said she did to Tiffany what a lot of her male counterparts, and what fucking Bailey did with Lyra. I was like, if you want to
facts.
listen to it, and I was like, and she gave her the platform. I was like, how she lined her up, and what has been so done so many countless fucking times. She's the vet going against the young gun, and the young gun has to prove themselves.
They
Lyra, I
do.
was like, if you want to be, and I was like, you want to like use, I was like, and here's an example of something that was happening around the same fucking time was Becky and Lyra. Becky did the same
Well,
thing with Lyra, and Lyra got herself over, and she was able to rise to that momentum. I said
Hmm.
Tiffany could not. I said that is not a Charlotte problem. That's a fucking Tiffany
That's a
problem.
Tiffany
Tiffany
problem.
And
problem
that's when they were
because
like, "Well,
now
she
they not
was over
even.
talking to her and blah blah." I was like, They were in a fucking. They weren't even in the same damn rooms. She could have easily talked over her and turned the shit around if she knew how to fucking do it. And
But
I
she
was
don't know
like,
how
I'm
to.
so sick of people saying that that Charlotte buried her in that moment because Tiffany doesn't know how to fucking talk.
Facts.
I was like, she didn't know how to talk. I said she got flustered and she
Yep.
clammed up. I said that has nothing to do with Charlotte, and that is all Tiffany.
Yep.
That's not Charlotte burying Tiffany. That is Tiffany dropping the ball.
I agree.
Because that's happened so many times. Like, think of, even though this, like, they kind of went out of kayfabe and they're like, well, she didn't bury. I said she didn't bury her, and she never talked about anything that was personal. She talked everything that she said about Tiffany was anything that was everything had to do with her on screen personnel and in the
Yep.
ring.
Yep.
That's what it was. And I was like, stop trying to fucking turn a narrative because you want to fuck that little girl. Because
Like
that's all.
you could be on her side, but the truth is the truth.
Yes.
Call a
And
spade
that's
a
what I'm
spade.
saying. Like, people don't want to admit, like, a thing is a thing.
Charlotte
So,
ate her ass up. I
yeah.
was
And
like,
that's what I'm
damn.
saying. And because she failed the test, I was like, if Charlotte was a man, she would not hear none of this shit.
No.
She would not hear a peep. And that's why I'm like, keep trying to tell people. I was like, like, what Charlotte done. I said, you know how many of her male counterparts have done so much similar things? You
Hmm.
know how many times Randy has done something like this? And again, it's
And
not
worse.
negative. It's you as a young gun having to prove yourself to the vet. Be like, okay, you want to be the next up. You want to be him. Okay, prove it to me. And that's what it is. And people are taking that so hard because they want to fucking baby that grown ass woman.
Mhm. Side note, did y'all ever get the cat or was it a dog?
What cat?
Uh, I believe she's talking to me. I I did not get either. If I get a cat, I want a specific type of cat, and my dad does not want that cat in the
Oh,
house.
what cat do you want?
I want the Siamese cats. I want the cat that's
Oh,
hairless, the
hell
hairless
no.
cat. And he was like, I don't want that damn cat in my
You know how
house. You
much
not
maintenance
having.
that is?
I know because I know, but they look like. I said I'm gonna
You
get
gotta
it, and
run
I'm gonna name
coconut
him.
oil on them things.
Yeah, and
You tripping.
I said I want to get one and
Uh-uh.
name him Beerus.
Oh, shit. Of course. I don't know why I didn't see this coming.
I can't have one. Not here because my dad will freak out if I get a cat and he hates cats.
I love
Um
kitty. I love kitties. I can't.
yeah,
I
he's
want to get a dog though.
but I'm going to the I'm gonna go up to the street to the shelter and get a dog from there. They have a lot of puppies. My brother just got a puppy. It's his name is Oreo, and he's got these staunch blue eyes. And every time he comes over, he is very happy to see me. And I'm like, this is my sign. I'm getting my dog.
Get the
So
dog.
I'm getting it. And my brother was like, I think it'd be best for you to get a puppy, even though it's a lot more work.
Yeah.
You know, they won't be so set in their ways and you can
Yeah.
train them to do what they need to do. And I was like, okay.
That is
So
true.
I am going to go into the shelter and get a puppy. But first, I got to talk to my pops. I think the dog will really help him too, because, sometimes I'm in my own world and he's in his, and a little puppy companion would be cool for him. But I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get my dog next year. I don't think I'm gonna get him this year, but because they got a lot of puppies at the shelter, a
Yeah.
lot, and it's gonna cost me. It's gonna cost me like $350. to get a puppy from the shelter.
Yeah, they're
And
expensive
then
from the shelter now.
yeah, and then if
That's
I
the
get
same
the
thing over
shot,
here. I was like, "Ooh!" I said, "From the shelter."
yes, from the shelter. But if I get the dog neutered and bring him back, they'll give you $100 back. So
I
I
want to
was
get
like,
a dog
definitely,
so bad.
definitely want them to be neutered because I don't want no dog I got either getting the dog pregnant or coming back pregnant.
No,
I'm like, I know you ain't out here hoeing. I just know you ain't out here hoeing.
my
Oh
favorite.
Lord.
I really love Scottish Terriers and mini Schnauzers, but they're so expensive.
They're very expensive.
But they're
My
so
dad wants
cute.
he wants a poodle lab mix. And the one that I found was
He wants
like
a
for
Labradoodle.
yes. And
Oh,
they're $2,500
yeah.
for
I
the
was about to say
puppy.
that's expensive. Labradoodles are expensive
And I said,
That's how
Daddy, this
much
dog is
because
too
they're
it's
crossbred.
$2,500.
that's how
Yes.
much the wiener dog was.
I said, Daddy, this dog is like $2,500 as a pup.
Yeah.
He like, I know. I'm like, no, Daddy, no. We're gonna go to the shelter and get a puppy and we can train it. A lot of the shelter puppies are
You leave
like
them alone.
pit bull terrier
Yeah.
mixes. Some of them are boxer mixes. Um,
There's a lot of
and I
labs. There's always a shit
yeah,
ton
it's
of
a
labs
lot
in
of lab
shelters.
mixes. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna go to the shelter and see what they got. Whichever puppy reacts to me the most is the one I'm gonna buy. That's how I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna bring my puppy home, make sure we have all our stuff. Plus, I want to have time to get all of his stuff. I need to get him a bed. He need to have a special
Sinners is
place
on
to
HBO
sleep.
Max.
Yes, you can watch Sinners. Me and AJ gonna watch it this weekend. We
Should
were
I
supposed to watch
watch?
it last
I don't
Sunday.
know. I might watch it tonight. I don't know if I should watch that before bed though.
I'm not watching that before bed. No, no. I told y'all I'm a scary ass bitch. I'm not doing that.
I'm not
Mm-mm.
scary, but I feel like I that's not like good vibes to watch before going to
It
like this
ain't
late at night.
a bunch of white people as vampires trying to kill a bunch of black people.
That's not good vibes. Um, but
Step
I
of
didn't realize
nightmares.
it. As anyone didn't know this old lore, I love the UK show Skins. Love that show. The
Yes, I remember you
main
talking about it.
Yeah, the main guy, and I was like, I don't know why I just now recognized him like the past like week for the promos, but that lead like Irish vampire guy was
Hmm.
in Skins.
You always clock that every time.
Because them people from Skins be everywhere because them motherfuckers knew how to act. And
She
I
be find
stand
it.
they be them people in Skins knew how to act. And it was funny because a lot of the time Skins was their first job. Like a lot of them, that was their
Oh.
first job. Like you had people, and
Mm.
there's like a lot of people who are like really like prominent who are in it, like Nicholas Holt. So
Oh.
Nicholas Holt, he was in Skins. That was like his very like one of his first few credits.
I love Nicholas
Who
Holt.
else?
The
Old
boy
dude.
from Get Out
Yes, Daniel
was Daniel
Kaluuya,
Kaluuya.
and he
Yeah.
also was a writer on Skins. And then
Oh.
also Dev Patel, who was in Slumdog Millionaire.
Mm.
He and Slumdog Millionaire and a bunch of like very like Oscar bait films. He was in Skins. Kaya Scardalario, who was in The Maze Runner, and she was in Maze Runner. I feel like she was in a Bond movie, and she was in a lot of like and she was in like in a Pirates movie and a few other random stuff. She also was in Skins. Who
Jesus.
else? There's like one or two other people that I'm missing, but yeah, that place is a little factory. And it's funny because a lot of them, because the ones who don't act anymore have like the most random jobs. Like the one girl who like does, there's like quite a few of them who don't really act anymore.
Hmm.
And one of them's like a nurse. And then the other one like DJs, but which is really but the one thing that's really cute though is that they're all still really close with each other.
Oh,
Like a
I
lot of the
love that.
times like they go to like each other's birthday parties, and like anytime someone has like a big like a moment or whatever, like they're all there like
Or posting and
yes, or and they
talking.
post about them and they talk about them. like when Daniel Kaluuya got nominated for the Oscars,
Yeah.
like Kaya, because I think she just had her baby. Like she was like literally up nursing, and because she was like in England, so obviously it was like fucking like what, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and her husband at
Yeah.
the time was like videoing her watching it on her phone, like breastfeeding
That's
for
so
the
sweet
announcement.
though.
Yeah, like they're all still like like still like relatively close, which is really cute.
I love that. All right, y'all. They're gonna kill me if I don't talk more about wrestling. So this weekend
Where's
is
Don at?
about
He's
to be.
sleeping.
Nah, he got on mute. He'll be back.
No, I was over here eating.
Oh, he eating, child.
I mean, I'm
My
eating
day
some
was
eggs.
going
Wrestling is
like
about
that.
to be this weekend is about to be very, very hectic. Like
Hmm.
I said, NXT Great American Bash starts at 3. AEW's All in Texas starts at 3 as well. Okay. So let's start off with Great American Bash. Um Great American Bash's card isn't super large, but it's not like small either. It's got enough on there to last, and they've added some matches since yesterday. So let's get into it. Jasper and Javon Evans are fighting it out. Now I missed a part of NXT. Jasper came out there with the microphone and was begging for a third and fourth and fifth shot at Obafemi. And I'm like, bitch, you got a contract for NXT and your contract gave you a title shot. You weakened Obafemi and you still couldn't beat him. At this point, you don't need to be at the back of the line. You need to be under the performance center.
Oh,
Okay. You need to be under it. Go to sleep. Okay. Now, for whatever reason, he decided to attack Javon Evans. Javon was basically, this happened a few weeks back. Javon was talking and he was trying to big up Jasper. He was like, you did your thing. You had a great match. Don't, keep your head down. And Jasper was like, man, don't talk to me. Don't touch me. Javon, like, all right, whatever, nigga. Like, fuck it.
literally.
I, I, I ain't got the shit. I'm going to be a nice dude, but I don't have no problem with telling you go the fuck on. Now, some time passed. Javon Evans had a match. Jasper came out there and attacked him. When Javon got to be able to get the drop on Jasper, it was last week. As he was out there talking shit, Javon came out there and beat the brakes off of him. Now, this week, earlier in the night, he attacked Javon Evans, and Javon Evans had to get his ribs taped up. Now, Jasper was out there screaming and hollering on the microphone, begging like a tired ass R&B singer, and Javon came out there and attacked him. They was fighting. This led to a brawl between them that they had to send the refs and producers out there to break up. Okay. Now, instead of just letting this fester and them fighting it out on next Tuesday, the match has been made for the Great American Bash for Javon Evans and Jasper to battle it out in a non-title match. So, who y'all got?
This match is good.
Who's wrestling? Is that 8-man tag team match?
Mm-hmm.
hmm Who y'all got? Y'all
Oh
gonna pick
shit! Who they about
Jasper?
to coach out? Who they about to choke out?
Who y'all gonna pick, Jasper or Javon in this match? Let me see in the comments.
Who
Comments.
is this?
Oh, Aaliyah said Javon. I have not seen my husband in about an hour and a half. And I'm like, where
AJ,
is he? Right. Where is
AJ,
he?
AJ. Marina, you
Junior,
get your fucking ass out of here, bitch.
come here, son.
Them pants look like you got a diaper on.
I can't. Jay said Javon. Quan said Javon. Here, baby, you gotta take your melatonin. Damn. All right. Here. Okay. You're fine.
Hmm.
All right.
What is Swerve doing?
Shit gonna happen.
Go lay down.
I don't know too much.
Mm, go lay down. Who we picking? You know, the audience picked. Well, everybody in the comments, mostly everybody in the comments, picked Javon.
I think it's gonna be
Uh,
another dude.
Jasper probably gonna beat Javon because of them
What is
ribs.
Swerve doing?
Donnie, who you think gonna win? You think it's gonna be Javon or Jasper?
Jasper.
hmm The other non-title bout on NXT Great American Bash, you got Fatal Influence versus Blake and Jordan Grace.
Oh my god, I love it.
I can't with her.
This is very old school. He just destroyed the Young Bucks little tacky ass Escalade limo. They be coming and
Period.
twerking. I know that's fucking right.
Blake and Jordan. You think Blake and Jordan gonna win?
They better win.
It's
Okay.
Blake Monroe's very first match in WWE. So,
I low key think she's gonna turn on her though.
Same.
ooh,
Also, I was like, don't trust her.
I've
You
been
know her
reading
track
that
record.
they're already talking about turning her heel.
well, that's fine. I don't
I
care.
mean, she's not a bad face. I mean, she was a face. I
First
want to
and
say
starting.
a lot of the time she was in Japan, a good chunk of her in Japan, especially when she was in Club Venus and shit like that. She was a
Hmm.
face. But
I see Blake
obviously,
pinning JC and being added to the match, making it a triple threat.
when is Jordan and that girls match?
That next Sunday, the following day,
At Evolution, that is right.
that evolution. Well, JC and Fallon aren't wrestling. Hiram, it's Fallon and Jasmine that's wrestling.
Excuse
I
me.
low key wish
Oh,
JC
sorry.
and Fallon were wrestling because they got Jordan
I
wrestling
think
2 nights in
originally
a
it
row.
low key was Jordan and whatever Fallon and that lady
Fallon
Jasmine.
and JC.
I think it was originally, and then they
And I was
switched it
just
up.
what the fuck?
Okay.
It's just weird because it's like, why don't y'all got that bitch wrestling?
I'm just trying to understand.
That bitch is.
Okay.
I've never seen a more mediocre bitch.
An unnecessary whatever. I just don't care for her.
Marina, why is your hair matching your pants?
She's going up. Jax was gonna
That
attempt to
dumb
Pele
bitch.
kick someone, probably miss 25%, possibly. Well, I don't really care. I'm not gonna really watch this. Match. I'll watch it to see what Blake's gonna do. But other than that, I have no desire
Period.
to watch this match. I wish they would have just let the match be between Blake and a member of Fatal Influence since she has an issue with this group. I don't think Jordan should have been involved at all. She could have came out there for the save, but the match should have been just Blake. That should have been her debut. It should have been her moment. To have her debut in a tag match to me is doing her a disservice.
Agreed. I
But
don't like
whatever.
that. I feel like they always do that with new people at that they bring in, especially with AEW. I feel like it's a pattern.
And she don't need no anchor. She's fine.
They did that with Ricky. They did
Yeah,
that with who else did they just do? They did that with Jade.
they did.
They
She
did
needed
it.
it. She needed it.
She didn't need it. Someone else they did it too. I feel like they did
I
that to
didn't.
Ethan. He had a
No,
singles.
no, he came in on his own.
He came in on his own. There's somebody else that they did that to. And I
I
was
thought
like,
Jasmine was injured.
I don't give a
I haven't
fuck if
heard.
that bitch is injured or not. She still fucking sucks. Um,
I haven't heard her being injured, so I don't think so.
yeah. But
Ethan rushed it.
Blake
Well,
is
yeah,
talented. She is well routed enough as a wrestler that she didn't need this. is
She
what
don't
I
need
don't
the
like.
anchor. No, and she already had the crowd. She already had the momentum. You didn't need this, and you didn't need to have Jordan wrestling 2 nights in a row like this. This is too much. You should have left it as, if you wanted to do it, since JC has been popping off about her being this big champ, non-title match between her and Blake, title match between her and Jordan,
Yeah.
and left it at that. Or you could have had Blake going up against Fallon, since Fallon don't know how to do nothing but play second fiddle.
Ooh.
That's all she know how to do. Even when she
Some damn
champion, she
old
still
woman.
plays second fiddle. How do you do that? How are you still second in your group and you're the only one with a championship? Girl, that
At
is
least she stay in her
crazy.
lane.
Like, what is wrong with you? All this hooping and hollering you've been doing for years. I'm a championship caliber. Yeah, you can be, but you damn sure didn't exhibit it when you became champion. You just you were a disappointment, and I was rooting for your ass. And you were disappointing. But I'll tell you two people who are not disappointing, who actually live up to the hype that they provide, and that's Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. For whatever reason, Ethan Page seems to be very enamored with Ricky Saints. He don't like him, and Ricky Saints ain't bothered, but he don't like Ethan Page either. Now I told y'all earlier that Ricky Saints had to go through a gauntlet match just to be able to get this title shot with Ethan Page, and he won. So now the guys are going to fight it out, but it's not going to be a regular match. It's a falls count anywhere match. So who y'all got?
What match is this again? I got
Ricky, I
Ricky.
wanna
I
go
feel like
Ricky.
Ethan should. I think Ethan needs to get called up. That roster, the main roster, needs him.
It's quite thin over there.
Yes. I think
Yeah,
whoever loses
that was
needs
the
to be
recent
called up.
hits.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
What'd you say?
I say yeah.
I said, oh, wow. Not Swerve Strickland destroyed the Young Bucks limo.
That's what I was saying.
This is the,
However,
oh,
That's why I said I
they
was
there
like, this is.
crying and shit.
I was like, this is good. Dynamite, and that's why I sell. I know we be giving AEW the blues, but they've been Dynamite's been eating lately. The past couple weeks, Dynamite has been good. I do
They
low
look
key,
like
on to
I do
this.
low key think that they should go to 3 hours though. I
3 hours.
think they should go to 3 hours. They got enough. They got enough of a roster, especially after seeing those TV specials at 2 weeks in a row where they ran those 3 hour shows. And I was like, they literally could do this weekly.
Uh, now they got Big Boom, Big Justice, and the Rizzler going to All In Texas.
They oh ugh,
I don't
I'm very
understand why they keeping him around.
I don't know either. I'm
I'm
like
very
I don't
confused.
understand people that are like, well, they're viral and blah blah. I was like, I never heard of them a day in my life until they showed up in AEW, so they ain't that fucking viral.
Tony Storm told Mercedes Monet, "You speak in catchphrases. You have the authenticity of a spray tan in a rainstorm, and you have the emotional depth of a kiddie pool, and you're a pussy face fraud."
Thank
She
you.
got her
Somebody
together,
answered. I've been
and
waiting
then
for you
she
to say
said,
that.
which I don't know why they didn't quote, but she said something along the lines of, "You have all these belts." She's like, "Why?" She's like, "What are you hiding?" She said, "You have all these belts, and what are you hiding behind?"
See, this is how I know you are very much still in your feelings about WWE and this Sasha Banks thing. She went
Who?
to had an interview with CBS Sports, and Mercedes said on her Sasha Banks character, she wanted it all, but she never got to hold it all. Mercedes Monet, the CEO, is everything the legit boss wanted to be. She controls her life, narrative, and intellectual property. I mean,
Oh,
I guess so. Sure. Marjorie's here. All right. So I hope Saints wins this match, but I mean, Paige could. I want Ricky Saints to stay in NXT just a little bit longer, though. All right. Let's move on to the female counterparts. So Ruka is going to be facing off against Izzy Dane. I feel like they should have put this on Evolution. Um, but who y'all got? Who you think's going to win in this match?
Soul.
Oh,
so almost
Marjorie said,
sorry.
Nicole, why I keep
Almost
seeing your man
sorry.
bare ass all across my For You page on TikTok?
Who?
What the hell are you
Wait, who is
talking
her
about?
man, Marjorie?
Who's my man? I don't have that many anymore.
Ricky Stark,
Wait, Ricky Saints?
whatever his name is, that's in the next seed. The guy from AEW.
What you mean you seeing his bare ass?
Cause it's been popping up on my TikTok, my For You page. I've been
It's
seeing.
are you talking about I think it's like this
What
indie
guy?
event that is this indie show that he did like forever ago when it's funnily enough him and Ethan Page were wrestling and they both pulled it's like showed each other like they pulled each other's trunks down.
No, it's one where it's
Oh,
one where he's just laying on the mat. It's indies, but it's one where he's just laying on the mat and you just see his
He
whole
has
trunk.
there's a couple of them like that.
And
He
then I
has a
got
good ass, so
I got
what?
I got I got LA Knight on my shit too. I'm like, what the hell?
what the fuck do you mean?
I got LA Knight. It's the one where he's on the indies, and it's some dude trying to power bomb him, but his whole ass is all out.
That sounds like an accident.
That shit was
I
crazy.
thought you meant like it was intentional on some Austin Theory shit.
No, it was like it's all out, completely out.
On some Rosa shit.
And he's still getting power bomb with his ass all out. I'm like, wow.
They gonna work whether they ask me out or not. They don't give a shit.
It's like,
Why's
okay.
your
Um,
ass out like that?
hey, sometimes them trunks come down.
His trunks were all the way down.
Why are custom content matches on your TikTok?
I don't know. It just
That could
pops
be
up.
what that is. That could be custom content. Aaliyah, why the hell do you even know what customs are? You shouldn't know that. Y'all nasty. You nasty. You nasty. You should know what that is. You nasty.
Weak.
Okay, so Trick is gonna have his contract signing against Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. I said this earlier. They should have switched this at the tag match at Great American Bash, and the contract signing should have been yesterday.
I hear echo.
Yeah. Um, there's no title match for the women on there except for Soul's mat title. So the men's match is the final match of the Great American Bash, and you're gonna have Inamura facing off against Oba Femi. I'm going to pick Oba in this one. I don't think Inamura is gonna beat him. Not Selena Del Renta. What's custom content? Okay. Customs are when a person goes to an agency and they request a specific style of match. It usually is very fetishy. They might request the wrestlers to wrestle with just their gear and no shoes on. They may request them to grab certain parts of the body over and over again. Like they want them to do a lot of backflips. They want them to be oiled up. Some of them can be really gross, especially for the women, but it is a way for independent wrestlers to make money. And it's a seedy way, but it is there. And that's what customs are. Most of the wrestlers that have worked or come up in the game have done customs at some point because they want to eat and they are not working a regular 9 to 5 and they are fixated on their dream and they know they're going to make it. So they will
They be
go
broke.
to that extreme. They have to eat. Sometimes these people are living out of their cars, wrestling for $30 payouts, busting their back on mats, which I think is ridiculous. The industry needs to be more regulated than that, but it's been like this for years. I don't think it's ever going to change. Um, oh, you pick Oba, cool. Oh yeah, Brian Cage got one. A lot of people have customs. I really think that y'all should be a little bit more reluctant to watch those things. Mainly because they're not made with good intention. They are made out of necessity. And that in itself would steer me away from it. So I would highly recommend that you not watch them too. But we're gonna move on. We need to move on to something else. Time to cleanse the timeline. You picking up with me too? Okay, Keenan, good for you, baby. All right. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Saturday, y'all are probably not going to get any Saturday night main event content from me unless something crazy happens, like Roman shows up. If that's not happening, I probably will not be live after Saturday night main event because this card is not worth the time or the effort. It's extremely small. So Randy Orton is facing off against Drew McIntyre. You've got LA Knight facing off against Seth Rollins, and then you've got Gunther facing off against Goldberg. That's it. That is the card as of right now. I went back to WWE website to see if maybe they had added some more matches to the card. They had not. So it is what it is, babe. I'm not interested in Saturday night main event, and it's mainly because they haven't put any effort into it. I hear that a lot of people seem to be quite upset with Evolution, and they're accusing Evolution of not having any effort put into it. But I would imagine that the show that doesn't have any effort is Saturday night main event. That's the show that doesn't have any effort and was just thrown together. I didn't watch her matches. I just started following her IG back when MLW was streaming on YouTube. Whose matches are you referring to? Selena De La Renta? This lady? Okay. So we're going to move into Evolution. All right. Me and the girls talked about Evolution yesterday. You saw the battle royal in terms of how many women are going to be in that match. You saw that most of those girls that could make it down to Florida were in Florida to do that little mini preview of a battle royal. Okay. We saw Stephanie talk. We saw Jada talk. She got the longest mic work of all of them, which I was just like, bitch, shut the fuck up and just get out there and wrestle. We don't give a fuck about what you talking about, ho. We don't care about none of that. Okay? We do not care. So, anyways, they're gonna have this battle royal. Whoever wins in the battle royal will be able to challenge either champion at Clash in Paris at this show. They will be challenging at this show. This will give them a automatic title shot and a ticket straight to Clash in Paris on the 31st of August. That is set in stone before SummerSlam even occurs. This is happening. Okay. She said Jada bores me, and most of her promo work is the word baby. Well, at this point, it's not that Jada's boring. It's just that she doesn't need to be at the in the forefront or in the conversation for the title. She's had too many title shots and too many opportunities, and she has failed at every turn. They need to drop her back into the mid card division where Soul is, and let her battle Soul for the title if that's what she wants to do. But she doesn't need to be anywhere near that NXT Women's Championship. At least not right now. So the battle royal is going to be a big proponent to determine who is going to be the next person to challenge for the title after SummerSlam. It's going to be a preset, you know what I'm saying, feud. So you ain't going to have a lot of drama. Okay. A lot of drama. We're going to have a good time. All right. Now let's look at the rest of these matches. There's a no holds barred match between Jade and Naomi. They are hoping that Bianca is ready to go after either by Evolution or after Revolution. I'm assuming to finish out this story arc between the three of them. Um, Whoever wins in this match, obviously, Jade will still go on to be the number one contender for the WWE Women's Championship, but Naomi will still go on also to be Miss Money in the Bank. This is all about bragging rights. And the last time that Jade Cargill met up with Naomi, she was able to best the vet. But this time, Naomi is a totally different person and completely unhinged. I don't think that Jade Cargill is going to beat Naomi. I'm betting on Naomi on this one. I think Naomi's going to pick up the win against Jade. Moving on, we got delusional Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch. She is facing off against crazy ass, dumbass Lyra and Bailey.
That's
I
right.
really, I really would like Bailey to win this match,
All right,
honestly.
I'm gonna
But
go in
I,
the comments because I'm gonna go to bed soon.
all right, babe, no problem.
Good night, y'all.
I really want, bye, babe. I really want Bailey to win, but I don't think that she will. I think Becky is going to retain. And I also think that Lyra's going to be the one to eat the pin. That's the way I think it should go, at least. But I think Becky's going to retain. And it's going to be on something slimy and cheaty. It's going to be something real, real nasty, a real nasty way to do it. Anywhoosies, let's see. Let's move on to the next title bout. So JC Jane is defending her NXT Women's Championship at Evolution. Now, I was talking to the girls yesterday and I had a theory, right? So I think that if the idea is to think about who could become Knockouts champion and WWE champion at the same time, then I really think, and this is gonna sound fucked up, so y'all just gonna have to bear with me and don't riot in the comments before I can get everything out. I think JC should retain against Jordan if that's the case. The only reason why I say that is because I would have Blake Monroe go up against JC and take the title off of her before she would go to Night of Champ to Slammiversary. Well, yeah, well, no. I would let her go to Slammiversary and beat Masha and become a dual champion. And I know y'all like that's crazy. But hear me out. I would immediately have her drop that title at Halloween Havoc. She would lose the championship. If it was a TV special in between there or Halloween Havoc was the next, she would lose that championship to Blake, and Blake would become the champion over TNA and over NXT. I would use that woman as much as I could to further both divisions because she has the aura and the wrestling capability to do so. She would be a heel when she does it. And I would have her, she would build a faction of her own, but I don't know who to put her with. But I have a sneaky suspicion that Jordan's probably going to beat JC. She's then going to go back up against Masha, and then she'll become the dual champion, and then she'll push through. And that's when Blake and Jordan will have their feud, and she'll drop her title to her. but I really want it to happen my way. I just do. um, but I'm not gonna be mad if JC loses. Honestly, I didn't want her to be champion. No way. That was y'all dream, not mine. But I'm glad she got to be able to say she was champ. Because not everybody can say that. So kudos to you. Moving on, women's tag team match. Okay. This is a fatal four-way tag team match. You got two teams from Raw, the current tag team champions, Cobra Beck and Roxanne, are going to be facing off against the Kabuki Warriors, Soul and Zaria, and Charlotte and Bliss. I low key would love to see Charlotte and Bliss win just to see how their dynamic would be as tag team champions and what they would do. It would kind of remind me of what fuck ass Kiana and Fallon was like as a tag team because they were very much
Mhm.
opposites of the spectrum, but they were able to pull it off in the ring when they got there, which
I
we
don't
love
like
that
this
for them.
bitch, but we both like to win.
Right. If JC wins that title for
Yeah, we
TNA,
are.
she definitely gonna drop it at Bound for Glory. I would have her drop it before then. I would have her compete against Blake Monroe in a winner take all scenario. She would drop both of those titles to Blake immediately. Like I'm talking like right after she wins Evolution, that next Tuesday she would be titleless.
Tonight.
That's how I would do it.
That's how
And it's not because I don't
if she
think
could do it her
that
way tonight.
yeah. Somebody said on Twitter that Lash should be Naomi bodyguard to handle Jade. If they pull Lash up that way, I would not be mad at that. I would love that because that is what I wanted from the beginning. I wanted Lash and Jakara to be at Naomi's side. But they got rid of Jakara with their
Hmm.
bitch ass.
Stinking assholes.
They could have got rid of Jasmine. Her ass don't do nothing.
Okay?
She don't do shit.
Literally. We stand in the background with our arms crossed.
Who said you
What
were
about
against
your
my
arms,
title
girl? What's
ideas?
your what's your problem?
So I don't know, but I think Roxanne and Cobra Back probably gonna retain this championship, which is gonna be boring, Huey. But if that's what
Oh.
you want to do you? The last bit of matches for Evolution is Tiffany versus Trish, which
Okay. I am
and then you
excited to
got
see
EO
Trish.
versus Rhea. I'd rather watch EO versus Rhea, honestly. I would rather watch that than to watch
Definitely.
Tiffany versus. And it ain't Trish
I am
fault.
excited to see mother.
It's not Trish fault at
EO better
all.
retain.
Well, what if she don't?
Not what you were saying.
I'm rioting.
Okay, well, you have a good time running to that door by
You
yourself.
go,
Because
child.
it's very possible that
You gotta hope
that
and
Rhea
pray.
Ripley is going to be her.
Rio don't need no title. She had enough.
Yeah, she may not
She
need it,
don't.
but they want her
Look
to
out.
have it.
No, Triple H wanted to have it because we already know why that is.
Why is that?
Because she looked like China.
That is not it.
Boy, you
Don, Jesus.
whispering.
Don, don't encourage it. Don't encourage it. That's
Well,
not
why is she
true.
whispering?
Marjorie, that's not true.
That's not the
It,
full truth.
it's no truth. And he whispered it like everybody
Listen,
else was not gonna hear it.
You know
And
very
you
well
said it.
the word on the street is that that is why.
Who street said
that's
that?
not in here. That's not inherently why.
I'm not discrediting Rhea, but we know that's why Triple H be pushing her so much. Cause Rhea reminds him of China a little bit.
Who said that?
Yeah, I said that before too in the group chat.
I ain't never
She
said that because
reminds
she
him
don't
of
remind me of
Charlotte.
Rhea. I mean China at
That's the
all.
problem.
Not you. I ain't saying you
To
said it.
me,
I
she
forgot who
still
said
looks
it.
like Charles.
Now she look like Charlotte.
Wow.
Anti Charlotte.
They should have put Jasmine on Evolve to tone her crap. You know what, Keenan? That's real shit right there. You right? You is
Yeah,
right.
put her there. I mean, she can't get it there. She got to
Marjorie
move
know he
out.
ain't
Them
right.
hoes
He
be
know he ain't
fighting
right for
over
that shit.
Evolve.
She said, "Where is the street? Is it on Earth, Mars? It's nowhere near here. Make a left turn at Jupiter. Go there." Who started that word on the street? I don't know. I think after Fatal broke up, they'll send Jasmine to Evolve.
But wait, wasn't Natalia's match
Oh,
supposed to be
out
on
the door.
Evolution as well, or did they change their mind about that?
Natalia match one book for
Who?
no ooh match. That Cali match.
Yeah, that
No, that was not booked for Evolution. That match is for Evolve.
I could have sworn they said it was gonna be on Evolution.
They ain't never booked that match for
Wait,
Evolution, Marjorie.
Evolve.
I gotta check my Twitter.
Yeah, do that. Do
You ain't gotta check shit. It's Evolve.
that. Check it again. Check it.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's not it. That is incorrect.
I get real. Now listen, those of you who do not care for AEW are not going to care for the next couple of minutes, but I'm going to run through this very quickly. And unfortunately, Nicole is the one who watches it regularly, so
And
I
me.
can't give you not too many predictions, but
Well,
I
she
can give
picks
you
it.
an idea, an inkling of who I think is going to win.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Now,
Shoot.
if you want to watch All in Texas, you can watch it through Prime Video, YouTube, Fubo, PPV.com, and traditional cable and satellite providers. It is available in
Now, what
North
is the deal
America
with
on
Maxwell?
YouTube, PPV, and everywhere else. And you can watch it in person at Dave and Buster's or at Tom's Watch Bar, which is pretty cool.
Dave and Buster's.
They,
Okay. He ate
yeah, you
that.
can
He
go to Dave
ate
and
that. He
Buster's.
ate that.
Now, they have a women's casino gauntlet match for a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. Now,
Oh
they don't
God.
have the match set up for who is going to be in it. They only say that all the women are going to be available. Now, they did say that Chris Statlander secured the number one entry spot, and
Okay.
she'll have to
Big
outlast
strong
a
girl.
field of pick surprise entrants. And whoever wins gets a title shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. Uh-huh. The next one is the men's gauntlet.
Well, you built to last, but damn.
I, I think MJF got the number one spot for the men's gauntlet. Last time I checked, I
He
think
has
so.
number two, and Mark
Number two.
Briscoe has number one.
Oh, okay.
And Mephisto is in this match as well, but they didn't say where he's going to enter. It
Hmm.
just people will appear in intervals for this match. I thought that a gauntlet match was whoever wins, they have to face off against somebody else, but they are
I
describing
thought
something
so
very
too.
different
But
in this
sometimes it
comment.
depends. It depends on how they set it up.
They say the fan favorite casino gauntlet match returns, giving one man a future AEW World Championship opportunity. Hold on, Don, because you echoing, so I'm gonna mute you for a second. All right. So it says a field of competitors will enter at intervals, making for unpredictable action, especially since the match can end at any moment with a single fall. See, that's not what we know to be a gauntlet match. Okay. So I mean, that's their definition of a gauntlet match, and that's fine. I just want to be clear of how that's going to work. Now, Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay are facing off against the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks. I call them the Young Bucks. Jesus. The Young Bucks and the EVP titles are on the line. So essentially, the Young Bucks are executive vice presidents of AEW, and Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland want to strip them of that because they're abusing their power. Now, this stipulation in this match goes as follows. If the Young Bucks win, then Osprey and Strickland cannot challenge for the AEW championship for an entire year. That means the top title is without of their grasp for a whole year. That's the way Jasper's ass need to be because his ass is done. Okay. He's lost several times getting a title shot. He need to go to bed. Anyways, but if Osprey and Strickland win, then the Young Bucks will no longer be EVP. They'll be stripped of their EVP status. Okay? So that match actually has a lot of implication, especially after today when Charlotte Strickland destroyed their little limousine today. It was an ugly ass limousine. It deserved what it got. Now, Adam Cole is facing off against Kyle Fletcher. According to AEW, weeks of animosity have been brewing between Cole and Paragon, his Paragon brothers, and Fletcher and the Don Callis family. Fletcher earned the TNT Championship opportunity against Cole by defeating Daniel Garcia on Collision 100. And the Protostar has made it clear that he is ravenously hungry for championship gold, but Cole won't give up what's his without a hell of a fight. So it's Fletcher versus Cole. I think the title should be given to Fletcher. You want to have some young blood on that belt, and you want to make sure that it's coveted. Unfortunately for Adam Cole, he's been injured for so long, and coming back and getting a title didn't boost him in any way, shape, or form. I really think it's time for Kyle Fletcher to have his moment in the sun. Heel or no heel. The Hurt Syndicate is facing off against Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey, and the Patriarchy, which consists of Christian Cage and Nick Wayne. Now, the Hurt Syndicate. When Papa get in the bathroom, come move the carpet cleaner and take it back downstairs. Put it in the basement. The Hurt Syndicate have put the tag team championships on the line against not one but two top duos. They will face off against the Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight and Speedball, and they will have to face off against the Patriarchy, Christian Cage and Nick Wayne as well. It's a high stakes triple threat showdown, and they say it's sure to be chaotic. All right. Now, the AEW Continental Champion, Okada, is facing off against AEW International Champion, Kenny Omega. And this is for the titles to be unified to create the AEW Unified Championship. Okada and Omega collide to make history in a winner-takes-all unification bout. Okada is the reigning AEW Continental Champion. Omega is the AEW International Champion. And both are rekindling one-of-a-kind wrestling, one of wrestling's greatest rivalries. The winner will claim the inaugural unified AEW championship and bragging rights in this epic showdown between these two legends. Now, they've had their fights before over in Japan, so this match is probably going to be match of the night for a lot of people, and that's really the one match that I was looking forward to and wanted to see. And I'm gonna have to find a way to watch this because I really want to see that match. We got two more matches on this card. Okay, Timeless Tony Storm is facing off against Mercedes Moné. Timeless Tony is defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Mercedes. Mercedes earned a title shot by winning the Owen Hart Cup tournament at Double or Nothing. With Tony Storm's championship reign going strong and Monet's on a championship tear across promotions, this matchup has all the makings of a marquee showdown. I hope with all the hype and hullabaloo of this match that it lives up to its this heightened, animosity between the two. I hope it lives up to all of that because it definitely deserves it. And I really believe that Tony Storm is probably going to end up dropping that title to Mercedes. I don't think they're going to let Tony beat her If they do, it'll be very interesting, but I don't see it happening.
I want
John
Tony to win.
Moxley, you want who to win?
Tony.
Oh, he wants Tony to win. Love that. John Moxley and Hangman Adam Page are going to battle it out once again. John Moxley is defending his AEW World Championship against Hangman Adam Page, but this time it is in a brutal Texas death match for the AEW Championship. Page earned his opportunity by winning the Owen Hart Cup as well. This has been fueling his redemption quest to reclaim the title. With their rivalry rooted in violence, expect a bloody personal war in Arlington, Texas. Arlington, Texas is who is hosting AEW's All in Texas. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, and 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The All in Zero pre show starts at 1 p.m., and that show runs for 2 freaking hours. And they're going to be in Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. All right. So kudos to you, AEW. Good luck on the show, and I hope y'all have a great time. Okay. Other than that, the only other show we need to talk about is Slammiversary, and because it's next week, I'm gonna hold off on Slammiversary. But I just want y'all to know one thing: whoever wins between JC Jane and Jordan Grace at Evolution will then turn around the next week on the 20th of July and face off against Masha Slamovich in a winner take all scenario. This is title for title, which means that they will become a dual champion in both WWE and in TNA. And it'll be the first time that a woman is holding dual titles in two separate promotions, especially in WWE. Okay? This is going to be groundbreaking. Hmm? But let us see. Now, if we have no further business in regards to wrestling, we're gonna move on. Jelly Roll is having his printed looking ass in WWE tomorrow because I guess they're gonna be in Nashville. I don't really care for Jelly Roll like that, but if you like Jelly Roll, that's cool. I mean, he all right for now. Every time I see him, I feel like he gonna do something racist. I could be wrong, but I do feel
Jelly
that way.
Roll?
Yeah, Jelly Roll.
I thought he was cool.
Marjorie, now who is Jelly Roll? Jesus. Hold on. He's a singer. He sings country pop music. It's not really country music, if I'm being fair, but that is Jelly Roll. He don't look real to me. He looked like AI character.
I
But
thought
ladies and
Jelly
gentlemen,
Roll was
your
cool.
weekend, he all right. I mean, ew.
He do something that we need to know about?
No, not yet. Not
Oh,
yet.
okay. Not
But
yet.
I smell it. I smell it. I'm telling you.
I mean, he stood up for Jay Uso,
Congratulations. I love that
right?
for you. You got paid to do it. So whatever makes you happy.
He don't give a fuck.
I
Hey,
don't.
promo next.
He said it sounds like a new donut. He looks scary and sick. I cannot. Jelly roll is not a donut you want to eat, baby. Trust me.
Jay
Anyway,
Hush,
that
yo,
nigga said,
you hate every second of it.
and do. Y'all know Jennifer Hudson can't interview nobody. Every time she talk, a little birdie told me, girl, who is the birdie? Who
That's
is it?
what I saw a post that said she be lying, talking about she don't be knowing what be going on.
She don't. Stupid ass. All that head and no
He
thoughts.
said, well, he said, when Monica and Brandy come in there, she could be like, so a little birdie told me that y'all two have a
Right.
song.
Mm-hmm. And it's iconic from what I heard. That's what
You
I
can't play that
heard.
game.
I'm like, shut your blockheaded
Monica be like,
ass
girl,
up.
you know that song.
Where Common at? He's somewhere cheating. That's usually the case. Like, he cheating.
Yikes. Hopman's fine as hell too. So
He be cheating his ass off. But he claimed he love her. Oh, is we going to talk about the TikTok series of the Uber driver? I couldn't get it to record, Hiram. So when I get the videos to record, we gonna do it. I'll probably do it Friday. Cause Friday, I hope Friday is a chill day. And I don't have to do a lot of talking about SmackDown, and then I could just chill and show y'all. Cause there's this TikTok series of this man being an Uber driver, and this lady's friends was dogging her out in the car, and it just goes completely left after that. So I got to screen record all the damn videos. I was gonna pull it up on my TikTok today. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, that was another thing I want to talk about before we do this. So y'all remember, if you haven't been watching our podcast, Down for the Count podcast did talk about Cody Rhodes and him possibly being in Street Fighter. He was chosen to be Guile for Street Fighter. But here's the thing, from my understanding, they're supposed to start filming Street Fighter in August after SummerSlam. Which means Cody's gonna be gone for about a month, maybe two. And I don't think that man is gonna win that championship from John Cena. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. But he is supposed to leave. He's supposed to leave and go film for Street Fighter for a little while. Roman is also gonna be filming for Street Fighter for a while. So mm,
Recast Roman.
you need to shut your ass up.
No.
You need to shut your ass up. Who else gonna play him?
He looked
They had
nothing like
already picked
Akuma.
him and paid him.
He looked nothing like Akuma.
None of them look like the people they supposed to look like. Noah
Well,
Centineo do not look like Ken.
well, just recast Roman. I don't need him in it. Nah.
Well, too late. He paid.
oh,
So it's too late.
you
You're
don't
gonna
go
have to
watch the
deal.
movie.
Right.
Ruin a whole
You ain't
legacy.
gotta watch the movie.
How the fuck he ruined the whole legacy? Crickets.
That's a
I
classic
mean,
game. That's a classic.
you ain't gotta equate the game, the video game, and the movie. Those could be two separate things. Mm-hmm.
If the movie trash,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't have nothing to do with him. That's a
It's just
good
gonna be
question.
a trash movie. What they supposed to pick? The Rock? You want The Rock to play Akuma instead?
Oh hell no, not him either. No.
Well, I'm
Mm,
sure they chose Dave Bautista, but he was busy. You know, he be making real movies. That's what he say.
Yeah, that's another wig.
Uh, he dead ass be making real movies though. Don't be talking shit about Dave Bautista.
I did not say anything about him. I said he gonna wear another wig.
I love Dave. I remember we drafted that movie up between him and Taraji.
Oh, we did. We
Yeah, it
did.
was a rom
Anyway.
com. I watch it.
Okay.
I said J-Lo at first, but after this shit that she been pulling,
I know
stomp
they
that
mad at
hoe
Tyler
out.
Perry right now. They like, you the only nigga that pay us, and you out here doing this? God damn. I know they mad.
Damn, you
The only nigga
shut
that pay us. And y'all, you
you
out here doing this shit.
you don't
And
do your own
AT2 be
payroll,
tearing
do
his ass up. Them videos be coming out every day. I'll be like, oh my God. Please.
I knew he couldn't wait.
Ooh, he was
I knew he
foaming at the
couldn't
mouth.
wait. He was on top of that.
Oh, goodness.
Gay,
Right.
gay.
The gay
Ah,
community. Child.
I got
Then
you,
they
gay.
taking pictures of the man. They like, look at that sassy hip hop he got. I said, oh my God. You look at the
Nah,
pictures,
cause
you be like, that hip hop is
I've been feeling
sassy.
that
It
for a
is.
while.
Yes. But you could be bisexual and not be trying to assault people. Like,
There's
why
some
can't
people
you
that
go
work
where you
for
are
you.
wanted? Why are you trying to go after men that don't want you? Nobody wants your big ass.
She don't want to be
Damn.
seen.
Cause he don't want to be what?
I guess since he don't want to be seen.
Oh,
Mm.
bitch. You a billionaire. You worried about what? Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that. Shoot.
Okay, we already thought it anyway.
And did.
That's
So
when
at this
big
point,
like that, and then it's like whenever you have your
live your
boobies that
life.
big, be late.
Shit.
It's like that's big, be crazy.
Live your
But your
life for
big gonna
your
be dope.
pride. Please. If you gay, you
Okay,
gay.
then maybe you can
Shit.
start.
Uh, not a sassy hip hop. It is a sassy hip hop. Shoot. Okay. We finna do our six brown chicks. This will seem like a long one. So just buckle up, buttercups. Question number one. I look good because I invest in myself. I turn heads. My BBL is realistic and my ass cheeks are supple. Okay. I'm a makeup artist by trade. So I know how to accentuate my natural beauty. Don't hate me. I'm only telling you my truth. Didn't ask you for your truth. You obviously on the six brown chicks because you got some shit going on. So while you sit up here trying to think everybody hates you, we don't. We finna be laughing at you in a minute. We definitely are. I also know that men are visual beings, so I can attract them all, but the man I want is obsessed with his dust bucket wife. He was my high school boyfriend. We grew apart and reunited recently at a mutual friend's funeral. I tried to hug him, and he blocked me with a one hand and introduced his dust bucket wife with the other. She's short, skinny, plain, and homely. I look better with him. Since I bumped into him, I've sent him DMs. I've made petty comments under her dusty post. Call me, please let me do your makeup. I sent a nasty DM, pics of my waxed, pierced situation. And he called me and agreed to link up for coffee. I arrived penniless and ordered and sat down. An hour and a half later, his wife walked in with his dust, but he walked in with his dust bucket wife. They sat with me, him. This is my wife. She is my partner for life. Do you understand? Your behavior is inappropriate. Please stop. They left together. I know he does not mean this. How do I get him to link up with me alone? Girl, you're pathetic. You are so pathetic. Sad. All right, go to bed, Marjorie. You are pathetic, my dear. You are out here sending people your cootie cats and everything else through the DMs, and it's still not getting you no play. But you're supposed to be so beautiful and got a badass BBL, and you can't get the one man that you want. It's because you ain't got no integrity, and a nigga can spot a soulless bitch a mile away. You're getting exactly what you deserve. The cold shoulder. This man brought his wife and made it very clear to you that he don't want you and he's never gonna want you. And stop texting him and sending him pictures because it's inappropriate. And your response is, I know he don't mean that. Delusional. At this point, you are sexually harassing him. And I would have you arrested. I would have your ass arrested. This lady is sexually harassing my husband. Please send a unit. Please send a unit. That is sad. If Delulu wasn't a way to describe you, I don't know. She's crazy. Question number two. My girlfriend went out of town, so I took an IG baddie on a date. She agreed to not post about me because I have a girlfriend and it turned her on that I stole my girlfriend's money to take her out. You are a loser. We attended a Barbie themed pop up dinner, her idea, in a hookah bar. We had a great time. She came back to my place and we did the do. The next morning, she became clingy and begged me to go out again. I reminded her that I have a woman. Hold on. Oh, shit. I reminded her that I have a woman and we should part ways. You can't say no, she shouted. So I gathered her things and threw it on the front porch. She raced to get her stuff, and I locked the front door behind her. Meanwhile, I got evicted, so I proposed to my girlfriend and moved in with her. You are a bum.
Oh my god.
Almost 2 years later, this woman does a teary eyed story time confession about how I took her out and got her pregnant. She allegedly lost our child. And I'm the reason she's hooked on street meds. She posted pics of me asleep and warned her followers not to trust Haitian men. My fiance saw the post and broke up with me. I pretended to move out, but I came back to her place after she leaves for work. You're a burglar? The last time I snuck in, a new nigga was waiting on me. He had a bet. Things went badly for me. How do I get my fiance to take me back? Nigga, you can't.
And now she knew.
That lady had a nigga in there with a bat waiting on
Waiting
your
for
ass.
your ass.
My guy, it's over. It's a donezo deal. I cannot. That's hilarious. Question number 3. I was at a day shift. I was a day shift stripper at this club on the wrong side of town. A day shift stripper. I was demoted to the day shift because I had my twins. The club manager, my baby daddy, said my floppy beagle ear tits won't bring any tips. This is the father of your children. Oh my god. He used to date another stripper at the club, but I stole him from her, so I know what he likes. He don't like them floppy ass titties you got. We have the twins, and he doesn't give me attention anymore. He sold the club and convinced me to let his mother keep the twins while we went on vacation. We stopped to get gas. I went inside to buy candy and used the bathroom, and he drove off. He left my suitcases at the gas pump. I went back to his mom's house, and I've been here for a few months. He doesn't return my calls. His mom says her son ain't coming back, so I should take the twins and move out. I refuse to leave without their father. How long is it going to is how long is too long to wait for love? Bitch, he dropped you off at a gas station in nowhere and left you there. I think how long is too long, okay? You need to get your shit together and go take care of your kids and put his ass on child support if you know his name. Because some of y'all hoes be making babies with niggas and don't know their names, which is some weird ass behavior. Ugh, disappointed. I'm so disappointed in you. Question number 4. I've been with this man for 2 years and I've been loyal. I cook mashed potatoes out the box with burgers mostly. Bitch, burgers and mashed potatoes out the box. And I got that good issue. 2 of my associates dated their boyfriends for about a year and they're both married now. Part of the problem is that my colleagues got married before me, and the other problem, part of my problem is that he refused to attend their weddings with me. Him, I don't want to be in a wedding environment with you. I don't want you to get any ideas. Well, bitch, there you go. He don't want you. He also said he's just kicking it with me. That he told me he didn't want anything serious, but after he moved in with me, I thought he changed his mind. I don't want to be his roommate with benefits. I want to be his wife. I earned that. How do I convince him to marry me? Why are you trying to marry a bum? Why are you trying to marry a bum? This man probably can't even buy you a ring to get married with. What are you doing? Like, you move this nigga in and he's telling you incessantly he does not want you. He doesn't want to marry you. The nigga won't even go to a wedding with you because he don't want you to get no frilly ideas. Bitch, give him a 30-day eviction notice and kick him the fuck out and find you somebody that actually want to be with you. Like, stop fucking playing. What's wrong with y'all? Ugh, y'all gotta be lonely. Y'all, that's the only thing I can think of is y'all gotta be lonely. There needs to be a hobo section of all these, right? Because it's just like, what are you talking about? I'm so fucking confused and disappointed. I'm so disappointed in you all. Question
Y'all
number 5.
for decisions this week.
Okay,
This week.
everybody. Question number 5. My fiance lost his good job as a proofreader editor for publishing house. The publisher laid off most of his department and incorporated AI 3 months ago.
Oh,
Working for that major publisher opened many doors for him. Yeah. He was popular online and wannabe writers threw themselves at him. After he lost the position, he wrote nonstop LinkedIn posts about AI devouring jobs and robots and machines taking over our daily lives. He was too angry for sex, so I used my toy. He caught me in bed, fucking a machine. He was devastated. You replaced me too? Yeah, nigga. Did. Did.
I
You
know
better
he
take it to
was
the altar
mad.
because he gets mad and says, you better take it to the altar because I won't be there. He is moving out because I have a toy. What can I do at this point? He's so angry with me. Let his ass move out.
Do you want him or not?
I'm not putting away nothing because he jealous. Maybe your ass can do
Uh,
something better so I won't have to use it. You stop sleeping with the girl, idiot. More than likely you sleeping with somebody else. Whole
you
weirdo.
replaced me too. You wasn't here to begin with.
Yeah, yeah. You
What
stop
you want?
sleeping with me. What you want me to do? What you want me to do? You want me to sit here and look at you all day? No.
You want me to suffer
No, I'm
too?
cool. No, I'm happy. I got my job. They didn't fire me. They didn't fire me. Sorry. Number 6, dry begging. Casually mentioning a hardship with the hopes that your audience listener will take a hint and cash app you. Dry begging is an elite sport. The beggar knows what to say and how to play on your emotions. Sometimes the dry beggar comes across as sincere and begins with, I never thought this awful thing would happen to me, but here we are. Bitch, that's facts.
Mm-hmm.
Wet begging, just ask for the money, no fucks given. Y'all, this is my cash app and I'm hungry. I'm about to get kicked out of this motel. Send me some money. Well, the women in my life, the woman I left my wife for, the boss chick with multiple successful online wig retail companies, has been wet begging on all her platforms. And she's broke as fuck. She's also selling self pleasure videos on OnlyFans. I've introduced this brokey to my friends, and they keep sending me her begging posts. I'm afraid to dump her because I know she'll use our breakup to expose me and wet beg. How do I escape this woman without going viral?
Make her
You
ass sign
learn
an
something new
NDA.
every day.
Make her ass sign an NDA.
Wet begging and dry begging. Beat her to the punch and say she go on the internet and tell everybody she a broke bitch
Okay.
and she live
You
in a roach infested motel room
you
with her
subscribe
mattress on
to
the
this
floor.
thing.
You gonna have to
You
beat her to the punch.
you
Both
being
of
a
y'all ain't
subscriber is
shit.
not gonna be her being broken dirty
She's still gonna be broke.
and dirty.
You just fucking somebody that's broke. And that don't say a lot about you, but
That don't make it better, but at
I
least
mean
she
it is what it
money like
is.
them. Ugh.
Y'all are exhausted. I just want y'all to know that. Damn, he losing everything to a machine. He wouldn't have if he had been paying attention to his fiance. The man stopped sleeping with the girl. What was she supposed to do? The next thing you be like, your fingers replacing me, bitch. Yes, yes. Because what you want me to do? Shit. Talking about if you fucking a machine, nigga.
She gonna be mad. They gonna start living a minimalist lifestyle. Sell that TV, bitch. No
Period.
machines in here.
Period. All the
We're
machines in
going,
the house gotta go.
we're going wireless. They want to reach us. They're gonna have to use a paper up in the pigeon. Shit. Or come
Yeah.
see us.
Send me a letter, hoe. Go
You want
old
a car?
school.
We are not getting anything with a Bluetooth. 2009 and down.
Period.
All that shit got to die. We're not doing
It's
that.
gotta go. It's gotta go.
I'd be like, yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
y'all, that is it for Six Brown Chicks today. My back hurt, so I'm getting my black ass up out of here. Okay. I will see y'all Friday. We're gonna talk about SmackDown briefly, get a little convo going about SmackDown. And then we're gonna move out of that and go into some fun stuff because I just want to talk about regular shit. So we're gonna look at some Reddit posts again. We're gonna try to get Hiram's story from TikTok, and we're gonna talk about that. And we just gonna chill out, okay? Because I don't feel like talking about wrestling no more. Because wrestling gonna be on all weekend, and I'm gonna be exhausted. Okay, I'm gonna be tired. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. All right. So I see y'all Friday. We have a little fun, a little combo and everything. I got to go. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.